because male working.
Yeah, exactly.
Male
But
working.
yeah, shout out. Yeah, man, I thought that it was an impressive victory by Jamel.
Definitely.
Yeah, so he did his thing, undisputed.
I thought it was a hell of a
up. Like I said,
oh.
It was.
Say that again, Alan.
I said I thought it was a hell of a fight. Jamel Charlo definitely proved he's the Iron Man. He proved his name that night. Iron Man Charlo.
Yeah, he did.
I don't even want to talk about the other one.
He did his thing. He you know what I'm saying, he went in there, he boxed good. I thought Castano should have added. I feel like Castano came in with a totally different game plan. He wasn't coming in with his jab like he was the first fight. And even though I thought the fight was close up until like round 4, and I thought Mel started to kind of pull away. But I think Castano should have stayed with his game plan from the first fight and then added to it. But much respect to Charlo, man. He went out there and did his thing. He's undisputed. I'm hearing that Tim Tszyu is
his next opponent. Yeah.
Yeah. Tszyu is the what's the word? Mandatory. Yeah, Tim Tszyu is the mandatory.
Yeah. We gonna see.
I think Fundora won for the other belt too.
Well, yeah, he a mandatory too, and then I think he got an IBF mandatory. That don't nobody really know. So yeah.
I think he's gonna beat Tim Tszyu's ass.
But he's another one of those pressure fighters, isn't he?
I think Tim Tszyu gonna be good for about, because he another pressure fighter, and Jamel looks. I don't care that he won. He still looks uncomfortable under that pressure like that.
He gonna beat Tim Tszyu's ass.
I think he could beat Tim Tszyu. Crocodile Dundee, what's up, brother? Glad to see you guys back. Yeah, it's been a minute, but we got a decent show for y'all tonight. We about to get it in for a little bit.
Crocodile.
Yep. Any other replies or remarks to that? Charlo Castano?
No, not really. I mean, pretty much. Look,
y'all okay with the Tim Tszyu fight next, or would y'all rather see Fundora?
I mean, of course, I would rather see Fundora, but I'm good with the Tim Tszyu fight.
Yeah, I want to see him hang on to those belts for a little while longer.
I'm good with the Tim Tszyu fight. I mean, he might go up before he fights Fundora. Shit, he already talking about going up to 160. Fundora said he'd go down and fight Earl Spence at 147.
Did he?
He said he could easily make it too. Yeah, he said he could easily make 147.
Oh man, that would
be. He got a sister I found out that looked just like him. She tall too. Salute, Money Brown. What's up, my brother?
Yeah, he said shoot, his sister was helping him get ready for them fights.
Yeah.
She big, bro. She
Money. What's up,
Money Brown? What's going on, man? Welcome back. I see you back on your grind too, man.
Yeah, that's the second biggest Canelo fan in the world.
Yeah, behind you, Money be having stuff to say to people, man.
Clark Kent, I'm telling you, Clark Kent want to work. Mm-hmm. Hey, I got nicknames for everybody. You got Clark Kent, you got Scarface Benavidez.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got nicknames. Yeah, but like I said, much respect to Charlo. I like that Tim Tszyu fight for him. That's going to be a decent test. I think Charlo gonna pull it out though. But yeah, much respect. It's nothing really there left. You know, so I would like to see him take a third fight with Tony Harrison. I feel like that's a fight that's always gonna be a competitive fight. I think that's just a great match for him. Just like, I'll wait for later because we got that.
I think that he should fight. Go ahead and fight Tim Tszyu. If he gonna fight again, he fight Fundora, and then he should move up. Get Tony Harrison.
So you think Tim Tszyu, Fundora, and then Crawford?
Oh well, yeah. Well, he can ready to move up to 160. He said. So unless Crawford going to 160, he ain't fighting.
He running from Bud, huh?
He ain't running from Bud. He just going up, man. His brother gonna come down. His punk ass brother fight Bud. And he gonna say, I'm Jamel tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm Jamel tonight. I'm coming down.
they try to say he was joking, man. I can't.
No, I seen it. He did an interview where he said it.
5 years ago. What the fuck you coming back down for now? I don't get it.
They said he was joking though.
That's what they said.
Okay, well, hopefully he was, man.
I swear I seen him say it out of his mouth on Fight Hype.
No, he said it. You know,
he said it, but
they said he was joking, Al.
Yeah, they trying to
say.
say.
I mean, if he was joking, I hope he was. You know what I'm saying? Because you got big fights at 168, and you talking about fighting somebody who. Well, honestly, look, he ain't worried about Bud. He be like, shit, Bud bring his ass up if he want to.
Yeah, and like you said, I'm a knockout artist, baby.
Yeah, I'm a knockout artist. Yep. I'm a knockout artist, baby. Bring your ass up if you want to. Get this damn work.
I think that's a good fight for Jamel Charlo, though. If Bud beats Spence, that's a great fight for Jamel Charlo.
I mean, yeah.
I think if Bud beats Spence, it is a good fight. But I'm telling you, look, I don't know what is going on, Alan, with all of the older fighters acting like Earl Spence's ass cheeks out here.
We're gonna get to that because I got that as a segment.
I'm serious, man. They acting like Earl is ass cheeks out here. Like Earl ain't got no chance. Are they crazy? Are they crazy?
Hold on to that. We got that coming up later on in the show, Tom.
Man.
Crocodile Dundee says, does Virgil Ortiz have anything for Charlo? I think Virgil Ortiz is gonna have a hard enough time with Boots Ennis and those guys.
Virgil trying to move up, so he ain't got to deal with that. He's like this. You are easier fight than this dude here, but I don't know if that's the case though.
No, I think it's a hard fight, Charlo or Boots Ennis.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because he a little younger, but all right, next.
Hey,
next
what about
fight,
that kid, Staniosis? That's not an easy fight for him.
Well, I mean,
he worked down there at 147.
I think him and Boots
154.
Is
147. 147. You're right.
Yeah, I think him and Boots are going to be.
He worked down there at 147.
Okay, then we on Scarface. We on Benavidez.
I don't know what was you saying, Alan?
No, I was saying there's plenty of work at 147 for Virgil Ortiz. I don't know why he even talking about 154.
Plenty. I'm not going to say plenty. Once Bud and Earl leave, the division kind of die off.
But they can start fighting for them belts then.
Yeah, they can start.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So then the following week we had Scarface Benavidez versus David Lemieux. What did y'all think?
He beat his ass.
Bullshit.
Did he scare people? Did he scare those 68 pounders?
I don't know.
Like I said before that fight, I'm tired of seeing Benavidez beat up on middleweights. Now I saw that kid David Morrell, and I'm not saying Morrell will win that fight, but I'd like to see it.
David Benavidez fucking people up. Ain't nobody trying to see him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What's the kid you was talking about, Brian? That the kid you was talking about that they offered the fight to, but his manager lied to him about the money.
Oh yeah. So damn, what was shout out the Boxing Voice. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. I was watching the Boxing Voice a couple days ago, and Lonnie B, I think his name Lionel Thompson. He just well not just beat, but he's the last person to beat Jose Uzcategui. And he was on the show, and he was saying how he too dangerous of a fight, for a lot of these guys to take the fight. So they offer him little money so that he could turn the fight down. And he just happened to be on the show, and I guess Jose Benavidez, the father, happened to be listening to the show. So he called in, and he was like, "Yeah, you said that they said we only offered you $100,000 for this fight, but we offered you $250 the first time." He said, and then when you said they offered you $250, we offered you $500,000. So he was like, "Okay, well, somebody giving out wrong information or whatever."
Right.
So I guess the middleman between him and Benavidez had called in, and he was trying to clear his name, but it just made me think this is probably why we don't get a lot of the fights that we should get, because a fighter may say they want to take this fight, they come with the offer, and then the promoter is chopping off half of the money or more than half of the money before they even get to the fighter. So then when the fighter turned it down, it's like, oh, you ducking. But all of this stuff that went on in the middle that us as fans don't know about, or shit. Even the fighters, I guess at this point, don't even know that they being scammed out of money. So promoters are taking money off the top and then taking 20% that they taking from the fighters. And it just stood out to me because that's probably why we don't get a lot of these fights that we probably should get, because of stuff like that. So last I heard was, him and Jose Benavidez swapped numbers, and we may be saying Scarface Benavidez versus Lionel Thompson, which I think is going to be a good fight as well. But
you also did Andre ever fight? Take the fight he was supposed to fight.
I think he got hurt or something, or he pulled out for some reason. CHARLO pulled out.
But Alan, you sit there talking about you tired of him fighting middleweights. Well, if he fight CHARLO was a middleweight. If he fight Andre was a middleweight. That's so true. What are you talking about?
That's true.
I'll say again, I'm tired of seeing him beat up on middleweights. Goddamn, let's see him.
So you don't want to see him fight CHARLO or Andre
or Canelo,
because Canelo used to be a middleweight too. Matter of fact, Canelo used to be 154.
CHARLO did too.
At 147.
Andre
right?
did too.
Yeah, started at 147 though, right?
Yep.
I tell you the fight that I would like to see Benavidez fight when we get to that fighter, because I know Brandon got a lineup. So when we get to that fighter, I'll let you know who I want to see him fight.
Okay. And then what I was gonna say. Dang. Yeah, I just, like I said, David
Benavidez. Who is Batman Phil?
Huh?
Who was Batman Phil? Say rest in peace. R.I.P. Batman Phil.
Oh yeah, Gary Russell's brother.
Batman. Yeah, right, damn. Yeah.
Big G passed away, so
right before Big G, yeah.
Rest in peace to Batman.
And our condolences to the Russell family, man. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Long time.
Osmandia says facts. Yeah. We gonna get any PBC middleweights to chuck them this year? I doubt it, because I don't know who the WBO champion is, or even if Andrade has vacated. Triple G got 2 of the belts. He's about to fight Canelo. So I mean, CHARLO ain't really got nowhere to go, unless he can get Andrade to fight, or if he can fight for the vacant WBO belt. But I wouldn't see how. He says, one good thing about 2022, many undisputed. We only need 147. Bud Spence is all good. Yeah, we're going to get to that. I heard some good stuff about that as well. So Bud Spence will happen. I agree. We're going to get to it. What else? It will go down in December. Now that I'm not so sure about. I'm gonna tell you.
I was heard in October.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. PBC middleweights wish Benavidez didn't exist so bad. I don't think Benavidez is as scary as it's led to believe, but I mean, don't get me wrong, I think he a bad dude, but I mean,
what do you think about him and David Morrell? Do you think Morrell has enough to give him a good fight?
No.
6 rounds at best to be over.
Yep. Nope.
What, he's 7 fights in? 8 fights in?
7. I don't know. He ain't got more than 10.
Yeah.
It ain't more than 10. I watched him on the last time he fought. I didn't see nothing special.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing a rematch of him and Anthony Durrell.
Me neither. I would like that fight. But that's why I wouldn't mind seeing him versus Lionel Thompson too, because Lionel Thompson got that same style of fighting of Anthony Durrell. He got. I think he got a little more pop than Anthony Durrell too. Okay, are we moving on? Y'all got anything else?
We're moving on.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Alan. This one, me and you. This is the fight that we actually attended the week after.
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend.
I'm gonna try to just keep it on the fight. I don't want to talk about what else I saw that night.
Yeah, you told about Look, just keep it on the fight.
Yeah,
I had better seats than
let's
all
just
y'all.
talk about the fight.
I don't know. I don't know, Tony.
No, I'm telling you, I had better seats than all y'all.
Where you was at?
Huh?
Where you was at?
I was at home watching it. That's better seats than all y'all. without everything that Allen dealt with. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Roly, I felt like, I mean, I don't know if I was watching a different fight than everybody else in the arena, but I thought Roly was winning the fight up to the knockout.
So I gave Roly to remind me when we got to this subject, because this was a perfect example of what I had talked to Tony about. But go ahead.
Setting the fighter up?
So this was the perfect example of a fighter winning rounds but being outboxed.
I told you that though, Alan. I said he was setting them up. I told you he was setting them up the whole time because Tank has more experience than Roly, and he knew. Look, Tank knew that, like, okay, I think it was Earl who told Tank to go at him because he said, I'm not going to say which fighter told me, but I was like, no, not yet. He said because Roly was still strong. So he was he was maneuvering them and he was setting them up for that fight. I mean, for that shot, man.
But Roly was winning rounds.
Yeah, he was winning rounds. Yeah, so Roly was winning rounds.
That's the point I was making with the Khan and Canelo thing. When we was like, oh, we had that whole spat years ago. And I was like, you can be losing rounds and still be outboxing the person. That fight was the perfect example of what I was trying to say.
Well, you gamble on your power, but if that thing is in the later rounds, like I said, and he had to go at Roly, that was the only chance Roly really had, is if Tank had to abandon all hope and go after him. But
no, because I felt like
if he was outboxing Tank, when I take Tank out of that fight and put him against the elite lightweights, only one I give him the advantage over really might be Ryan Garcia. But I think I would say Haney, Shakur, they outbox him.
Lightweight, but we know he the best out of all of them.
I ain't ready to say that yet, but okay.
But
that's another conversation.
I thought Roly could have won the fight if he'd stuck to what he was doing.
Yeah, but Roly, you knew.
Tank allowed Roly to get comfortable.
Yep.
And then once he got comfortable and felt same thing I was saying about Amir Khan. Yeah, the whole time he was bop. And if you notice, Canelo started doing shit to allow him to get more comfortable. And then when he started letting off 2s and 3s and 3s and 4s, I got you right where I want you at.
But no, you know what? But in that fight, which what Canelo did, what was different than I saw what Tank was doing, is Canelo did start touching him to the body and everything else to open shit up. He started setting it up. He was touching him. But see, Tank basically walked Roly into that shit. He knew it was coming. He knew eventually Roly gonna come. He gonna come wide. And like Tank said, he didn't even throw it with a lot of power. He just put the punch there. He knew he was coming. Walked him right into the shit.
The majority of the force came from Roly.
Yep, exactly. Walking right into it.
He walked into it. Yeah.
Yep.
But I
thought motherfucker was pressing the gas on the ground too. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that though?
Yeah.
He was pressing the gas. His leg was pressing.
I mean, when you sitting at the arena, I'm like, man, they stopped that shit way too early. But after the third time I saw it, I
said I had the best feet in the house. Look, he was done. Even when he was walking back to the Yep. Even when he was walking back with his dad, he still wasn't quite together.
He'd have killed him.
He was stumbling back to the damn locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have killed him if they would have let it go on. But I wanted to say this though.
Bud Spence will be the biggest fight since
I was gonna
Lennox Tyson. Okay.
I was gonna read that. That's not true. But I wanted to say this. Roly had the crowd silent. Crickets. Am I lying, Alan?
There was some girls from Baltimore in front of us. That girl was upset. She was like, I drove all the way up here for this shit. Like they're cracking up.
The crowd silent, bro. If he wouldn't have, to me, his trainer should have said, don't throw no more than 2 punches.
True.
because the thought of your power alone is enough to keep him from doing what he gonna do to Isak Cruz or somebody else like that. I'm just saying because I'm fucking with Tony.
Hey, look. I'm saying that Isak would have knocked Rolly out earlier. That's all I'm saying.
Rolly would knock Isak gonna
knock Rolly ass out of their fight. Watch. Watch Isak knock his ass out of their fight.
I just feel like if Rolly if he'd have just stayed disciplined and just stuck with what he was doing, being rough, stand behind the jab, he probably would have lost because they wasn't gonna let Tank lose no fight like that. But I felt like he was winning. I couldn't find a round, maybe round 5 I could give Tank, but outside of that, I had it all Rolly. Now he was getting outboxed. He was winning the rounds, but he was getting outboxed. So okay, Bud Spence will be the biggest fight since Lennox Tyson. Incorrect. Spence did 300 pay-per-view buys, 350 pay-per-view buys. Bud does 1,000. They won't do over 1 million. I promise you. Because it's too many ways to watch the fight nowadays. It's too many streaming apps. It's just too many ways.
I don't think he's talking about like far as like sales or anything. I think.
But when you say biggest, that's what it.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the magnitude of the fight, man, not just sales. Because no, it's not going to do that.
Once again, I feel like that's for us hardcore boxing fans. Because Allen is a witness. When I asked people at work who Terrence Crawford was, they didn't have a fucking clue. But so I feel like because us as boxing fans know how good Crawford and Spence is, we assume that everybody knows that they're that good. And that to me, that's not the case. That's just not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, who the 2 biggest soccer players right now? Do y'all know when they play each other?
I don't follow soccer, so I wouldn't know that anyway.
Messi and somebody else.
But do you know when they play each other?
I don't know when they play each other.
That's the point I'm making. So it's like, if you think about it, they're not even the most known boxers in boxing. So it's just they don't have the cachet for it to be Lennox Lewis versus Tyson. In my book. City of Tree says Bud Spence.
Lennox Lewis had a country behind him, and Mike Tyson, biggest fighter in the world.
Behind him.
Yeah. Huh?
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think this is Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather for us, for the hardcore guys, not for the world. The world don't give a fuck about this fight. It's just us. Now, Wilder Joshua was something different. That's still the biggest fight in boxing.
Joshua has a world following.
Huh? But that's what
Joshua has a world following.
Right, but that's the point that I'm making. That's what I'm saying. Like, Spence Crawford is a big fight to us because we're hardcore fans. The world don't give a fuck about this fight. That's just the harsh reality. And part of it is because of Bob Arum not promoting it. Earl or Bud, they don't talk like they probably should. City of Trees says it wills. They inside camps confirmed it, but don't take my word for it. But yeah, it's down. Yeah, we're gonna get to Spence and Crawford. I've heard some positive news on that as well. But I mean,
all right, we off the Rolly stuff. Let's move on.
Yeah, I don't like to break news, but I try to.
I ain't saying, look, all the stuff I done heard, I'm not saying nothing until it's signed.
Yeah, that's why I want to, All right, Crocodile Dundee Kambosos versus Lord Devin Haney. I had to put respect on his name because I was talking shit about him.
Yes, you did.
And he went over there and did exactly what the fuck I said do.
Stretch that a little bit with
Lord Devin Haney. I told you, if he go over there and do this shit, you got to get all the respect and whatever you want to call him, Black Jesus, Lord, he get it from me at this point because he went over there and did it. So at that point, you can't do nothing but respect them.
You can't do nothing but respect what that boy did.
Respect them.
He bet on him. He did what fighters should do these days. He bet on him. That's it. I don't give a fuck what you offering. I'm taking it. That's what I'm taking it so I can fight you. That's what it is. And he went over there and beat that man with a jab.
He missing some things. What's going on?
I mean, but I mean, the thing about it, like I said, I don't want to take nothing away from Devin Haney, but I thought it would be a more competitive fight than what it was. I really did.
He nullified him, man, with the jab.
Well, yeah, that's what he said. He said they put the game plan in place, and well, nothing he could do with it.
Yeah,
What's going on,
why
B?
make it harder?
I was trying to read Canelo fought inexperienced Euro dudes, fought a real dude and got beat. Rolly threw the same combo over and over again. He did, but also Devin Haney did the same thing over and over. Like he didn't do nothing special against George Kambosos. It's not about doing something over and over. It's about, can you capitalize? That's what boxing is. It's about
if you can't stop it, why would I stop throwing it? Yeah.
It's about making adjustments. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's what boxing is.
Yeah, if you don't make no adjustments to stop it, like they said, look, the late great Emmanuel Stewart used to say, don't make the fight harder than it has to be. If you win it with the jab, win the fight with the jab.
City of Tree says, Ozzy, do you see a line around the building of dudes trying to fight Beevil? Stop being a hater and respect the gladiator. Doing the most. I mean, like I said, if y'all watched this show, I probably was one of the first people to say that Beevil was the guy that could beat Canelo if anybody could. So I mean, it wasn't a surprise to me because I knew what Canelo's weaknesses was, which I had broke that down. Shit, how many months ago when I told y'all about the stamina issues with Canelo not fixing it? He just learned how to disguise it. I broke that down months ago. So I already knew what Canelo's weaknesses were, and like I said, Beevil had a little bit of everything, and I felt that could beat Beevil. I didn't think the Charlo fight was a harder fight. Beevil is amazing, but Canelo got washed. Definitely didn't get washed, but each his own. Batman Boxing Talk. What's up? What's up, Edwin? How you been, brother?
Yeah, what's up, Edwin? Yeah. Hi. Hey, man. Hey. You know, when I watched that fight later, I wouldn't say that Canelo got washed, but something that Tony has been saying a lot is that Canelo just is not for 175, and I don't know about Joe Smith, but I think BETERBIEV would knock him out without question.
He hasn't looked good at 175 at all. Period. Even against Kovalev, he didn't look good. So I don't think 175. I think it's a bridge too far. 168.
And I'm on the other end of the spectrum because I see a Canelo that can beat Beevil. I just feel like the game plan that he had was the incorrect game plan. I don't feel like Canelo looked outclassed in the Beevil fight.
No, not at all.
If you look at that fight, Canelo lost because he failed to throw scoring punches, not because he got his ass beat. He lost because he took the route of let me throw arm punches to try to break him down versus let me score some points. So I didn't see Floyd Mayweather Canelo when I watched Beevil Canelo. Canelo washed Floyd. There was nothing Floyd could have done to win that fight.
No, you mean
Floyd washed Canelo. There was nothing Canelo could have done to win that fight. I didn't see a washing. Once again, did Canelo lose rounds? Yes, but there's a 9-3 scorecard that's competitive, and then there's a 9-3 scorecard that could look like Devin Haney versus George Kambosos. I didn't see that versus Beevil versus Canelo.
I gotta watch the fight again, so I'm not gonna comment on that. But what I saw is Canelo losing, and like I said, I saw and for the most part of what you said, because he wasn't throwing scoring fucking punches.
Mm-hmm.
He fell in love with the fact that he could hit people on the arm, hurt their arm, bring it down, and just trying to be a power puncher at 175. And that's not gonna get it. We love you too, Edwin.
And that's what I was saying about that fight. And like I said, I feel like people aren't open-minded, or they don't actually study boxing. So whatever happens, that's the result that they run with. You know what I'm saying? They don't actually break down the footage to see what Beevil was doing versus what Canelo was doing. A lot of people can't even tell you that Canelo wasn't throwing scoring punches until Ryan Garcia said. A lot of people probably didn't even know that.
He was punching him on the arms and shit.
You know what I'm saying? But
But we ain't on him anyway.
Yeah, we ain't on that. We got some Canelo, but I was just reading this. It said I've been watched a lot of y'all earlier stuff. I love you guys always. Edwin, I think you were probably one of our first subscribers, man. We definitely appreciate you. Beagle has every advantage in that fight. Props to Canelo for even testing. Yeah, man. This is boxing, bro. We want people to take these fights and then we get mad when they lose. Like I just watched George Foreman versus Tommy Morrison today. George Foreman had 3 losses. We didn't look at George Foreman like a bum at that time. And then he lost to Tommy Morrison and ended up with 4 losses. But we didn't look at Evander Holyfield got 10 losses. That's the problem with this sport of boxing. It's like as soon as somebody lose, we just automatically assume that they trash. You know what I'm saying? That's just ain't the way of life. It's losses in life, guys. Canelo doing the most in the game. He already got his next fight locked. Yeah, I mean, Canelo is Canelo, bro. Canelo didn't lose any steam by losing to Beaver. I mean,
but you know, I was looking at an interview with Roy Jones and Bernard Hopkins, and that's what they were saying. You know, guys got to test themselves, man. You know.
Dundee versus Lord. I know, right? What else? I'm a hardcore fan since the late 80s, but I'm not too excited about Spence versus Crawford. I blame them too and no one else. They had the opportunity to make this. Yeah, Edwin, I can say that too, but sometimes things happen for a reason. And to me, what better way than to have the 2 best welterweights in the world fighting each other for all the marbles?
And Spence ain't never lied. Spence did exactly what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I mean, it takes time to make these fights, but the last it's been 3 years.
He said he was going to clean up that side, and then he was going after Terrence Crawford. And what did he do?
My bad, Tony. Go ahead.
I said, and what did he do? Exactly what he said he was going to do.
And we have to also, like I always tell y'all, as time goes on,
setbacks.
People forget the timeline of things. You know what I'm saying?
Accident.
Spence had a car accident that kept him out of the ring for almost 2 years. A year, 18 months or 14 months, something like that. Then he had an eye retina issue that halted the Manny Pacquiao fight. You know, so that was another setback. So the timeline matters. You know what I'm saying? You gotta factor in that. But people like to forget. I agree. Haney looked nice. Only thing I have about Canelo is he bores me. But yeah, I'm only guy on the internet that had Canelo winning both GGG fights. No, I know you're not. No, you are. I thought the first fight was a draw. Sorry.
I thought Triple G might have won the first fight, which is why I'm not convinced he going. I don't see what everybody else seeing in that third fight. I think it might do something different.
I see Triple G being weak to the body. That's what I see.
I think, like I said before.
But before you say that, Brandon, I'm getting ready to send it to you.
You want to say what I'm about to say?
Yeah, exactly. Right, but some fighters just, they just do it for each other. No matter what, no matter how bad they look, they just a tough fight for each other. You, Alan, me and you talked about this. What did I say about Leonard and Hearns the second fight? Everybody thought Leonard was going to knock him out. Everybody thought because Hearns was on the way down, Leonard, it just got some victories. They thought as soon as Leonard hit him. But guess what happened? Leonard got his ass beat. Even though he got a draw, got his ass beat. Yeah. He got his ass. So this fight may be that.
We were talking about also Pacquiao and Marquez.
Yeah, look, this fight might be that, but I doubt it.
Yeah, some like you said, some people just meant to be. And like I said, Triple G ain't no slouch. We just seen where an old 40-year-old Triple G, he don't look like 30-year-old Triple G, but goddamn, he still got power.
Once he started catching that dude, once he started catching Marauder, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well, Canelo ain't there for those shots.
Canelo is good, but don't know, man. It's boring. I want entertainment. I'm hardcore, but these days I want entertainment, not skills. Yeah, but it's like you can only the same people that say that will look at Wilder and say he's a bum. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll look at Arthur Beterbiev and say he a bum. You know, but I mean, you can't have it both ways. That's the beauty of boxing. There's so many ways to win, and it's subjective. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, I would rather a skillful fight than a fight where it's just bombs away. Like to me, I like
me
the
too.
skill of the
Me
fight.
too. Like the intricacies of it.
Yeah.
Chess game.
Shakur versus Boots. Who wins? In my book, if Shakur's 147, y'all know who I'm going with.
But Shakur got his hand full. This boy looked like he caught his foot in the one that beat him in the Olympics, but lost his first fight.
Okay, I mean we can sign him up.
Yeah, that's what they saying.
We'll sign him up.
Yeah, he gonna sign him up.
He'll
straighten Shakur ass straight out. No, he ain't. Shakur gonna beat his ass now.
I'm taking all bets.
Yeah, Shakur gonna beat his ass now.
He says Boots. Boots is natural 175 off season. He would murk Shakur. Yeah, of course. At the weights that they are.
Yeah, but no, if you talk about equal weights, it'll be a good fight.
Being equal weight. Equal weights. My money on Shakur.
I done seen Shakur Stevenson outclass the best at 130. Boots ain't fought nobody of the caliber, so I would give that fight to Shakur right now.
I just
no. See, you know, we talking two different. I mean, he talking two different things. He talking about him getting murked. Of course, if he fought Boots at this, I mean, yeah, Boots would beat him up. But if they was at the same weight, if they were 147, or say if Boots was 130 with his skill set, he not beating Shakur.
My money on Shakur, and I fuck with Boots heavy. Ramirez says, I agree. Wrong game plan from the jump. I'm assuming you're talking about Canelo. Yeah. Canelo has got, like I said, he found a way to conserve energy, and now he fights that way so that he can fight at his own pace. But when you fighting bigger guys, sometimes your power just not going. It's just like Beterbiev. If he go up and fight fucking Tyson Fury, he's not going to have the same effect on Tyson Fury that he got on Marcus Brown or these smaller light heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just weight matters.
Yeah, that's what people got to understand. Yeah, that's what people got to understand. They tried to send a man to goddamn heavyweight. No, man. Yeah, no.
I had it 10-2 for Beagle. I mean, to each his own.
Yeah. I mean,
once again, you can have a 10-2 competitive fight, and then you can have a 10-2 Devin Haney versus George Kambosos. That's how subjective boxing is, and that's how wide the scoring is. You can have a unanimous decision and have a close fight.
Yeah, because each round could be competitive.
Right. Each round counts for its own entity, and even if the round is competitive, you gotta vote for somebody. So if you edge it the same way every round, you can have a competitive 12-0 fight.
I agree, Crocodile Dundee.
Not to make excuses for Canelo is too small for 75. I'm not making excuses for Canelo, man. Canelo fought Amir Khan, so he got the same treatment when he go up to 175. Canelo decided to step in the ring, and he lost.
They challenged himself. I don't think. No, he was saying not to make excuses. He's saying it himself, not that you was making excuses.
Oh yeah. I'm not a fan of one. When Mikey Garcia got in the ring with Earl Spence, he was a welterweight. Sorry. The same way Tank Davis got in there with Mario Barrios and beat him, Mikey could have did the same, and so could Canelo. He went up there and beat Kovalev, right? So you got to keep the same energy. He just had the wrong game plan, and that's cool.
I just think
that game plan worked on Kovalev, but no, I don't think it works on those other guys.
Kovalev is not defensively sound like Bivol, though. That's the reason why I kept saying
Bivol, I agree with that.
Because he has the ability to do a lot of different things. Kovalev is just a puncher. If you can take Kovalev's power, you can beat him because he doesn't have a chin and his body is some shit. He's Keith Thurman of the light heavyweight division. I remember Canelo wanted to fight Beterbiev, but they were turned down. Then he wanted to fight Kovalev instead. Now that he lost, there's a narrative that He's not good. I can't see.
But he disagree. That's what he basically saying.
Well, I disagree with that too, Edwin. I mean, it depends on the narrative and who you listening to. I mean, you got a lot of channels out here that hate on Canelo to get views, and I mean, it's that's what that is. I mean, but anybody who know boxing know that Canelo is still one of the best out there, without question.
You see Boots winning by decision or stoppage. If he fight right now, he'll stop Shakur. He's too fucking big. But I just think with Shakur's ability to gauge distance,
if they fought at a cut
that's his biggest attribute too.
That's his biggest attribute.
That is his biggest attribute, and it's enough.
Yeah,
it's enough. It really is. It really is.
It offsets that speed that Boots has. I mean, it's not like Shakur Stevenson isn't fast himself. So, like I said, if they fought at a catchweight, I'm going with Shakur all day.
Well, no, I'm not, man. I'm not. Look, right now, Boots is way too big. Like I said, Boots is going round out. He probably be up at 160, 168.
I'm gonna say 60.
60, yeah.
I seen Boots in person. He a big kid, but
yeah,
I don't see 168. But one thing we gotta remember is we looking at Boots versus Costio Clayton, Boots versus
Spaniosis.
No, he didn't fight those guys. I'm talking about the guys that he fought. He's fighting the C-level competition, and he's looking great. Shakur Stevenson is fighting the A-level guys, and he barely loses rounds. So the competition gap, huh?
Yeah, it's a difference.
The competition gap is
good as the competition.
Different. I don't see Boots getting in the ring with Crawford and washing him. I don't see Boots getting in the ring with Earl and washing him. I don't see it. So I mean that's one thing we got to look at. Cynthia says, "Damn, we got a whole lot of comments." Cynthia says, "It's about time you guys came back ready for some real talk." Yep. Pac-Man,
hey Cynthia, how are you?
Tyson, Foreman, Mosley, Roy Jones Jr., and many other greats have more than one loss. Exactly. But they come back. Yeah, I mean that's why I fell in love with boxing. In the 90s, it was tournaments. You know what I'm saying? Shit. This person lose, the two winners got to fight, the two losers got to fight. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was when Holyfield and Bo and all them guys, Mercer and all them guys, Morrison and all them guys was fighting. You know, you lost, but you was right back. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they like to say Floyd Mayweather changed the game.
Yeah, ever since Floyd, because Floyd hopped on his undefeated record, everybody think that they have to be undefeated. But if you take chances and fight, the tough competition, most of the time you're going to take a loss.
Yeah, if Shakur, Devin, Tank, Ryan all fight, somebody gotta lose.
Yeah, somebody gotta lose.
Gotta lose. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but that don't make you trash because you took a loss to a good fighter.
Exactly.
All right, next on the list, I wanted to talk about Andy Ruiz versus Luis Ortiz has been confirmed. Pay-per-view, I think it's August.
What?
Why
do you want to talk about this?
I mainly want to talk about it because it's on pay-per-view. Why the fuck is it on?
I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding.
That's a fight that should be on Fox 5.
She should be on.
Hey, let me tell you something. That fight should be right around the corner from me. No, it should be right around the corner from me in the Walmart parking lot.
Man.
I'm saying.
Disrespectful, man.
Yeah, that
like
is.
I said, we ain't gotta spend too much time on this. I mean, who you?
It's a fight that should have been made a couple years ago.
I don't even want to talk about this. I really don't.
It's September. Oh, I'm sorry. August is Joshua and Usyk. I'm sorry. Ruiz and Ortiz is September.
Pay-per-view.
I think it's the week before Canelo and Triple G.
Where they fighting at?
I have no clue. I just saw that the fight was confirmed. I'm picking the old man.
Is that Puerto Rico versus Mexico?
Nah, Ortiz from Cuba.
Yeah, Ortiz Cuban.
Cuba versus Mexico.
They letting them Cuban boys come over too. Look, it was a big announcement that that boy that beat Keyshawn Davis. He coming.
Hey, let him come, man. See the thing.
It's about time though, because them Cubans been over there. You know, they've been having a defect and everything else. So it's about time. But look, the thing is, the pros and the amateurs, two different things.
It's different.
It's different.
It's different. Yeah, and that's why I said if someone want to come fight Shakur, let him come on. Shakur had a pro style from day one, so
pro styles don't necessarily pan out in the amateurs.
They don't, and that's why a lot of the times these U.S. guys don't win.
Exactly.
But I'm going with Pop. I'm going with Ortiz. What's his name? King Kong.
Well, Ruiz didn't look good.
About as old. Look, and his ass is about as old as the original movie King Kong too.
I don't give a fuck how old he is, but I know one thing. My money on Ortiz.
Yeah, they said your boy just recently left. Your boy just recently left the Canelo gym.
Yeah, a lot of people left Canelo because you know why? People jumped to conclusions. Oh, Canelo lost. Reynoso not good no more. He probably was never good. Y'all just jumped on the bandwagon because Canelo was over there.
Or they might work too hard over there. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
All right,
I don't know, man. I think Ruiz can outpoint Ortiz. He should be able to.
I don't know.
But that hand speed and movement, he should be able to beat Ortiz.
Maybe.
Yeah, remember, he got the fastest hands in the heavyweight division.
They said Andy Garcia beat Shakur Stevenson 4 times. That's fine. Just bring him to the pros.
But he lost. But Andy Garcia lost his first professional fight though.
Yeah.
Andy Garcia.
He a Cuban. He a Cuban, Allen, and he like Romero? I think he like 9-1 now.
His name Romero, ain't it?
Sign him up. No. Sign him up with the best fighter in the world. All right, next.
All right, who y'all got, man?
Joshua 2.
Who y'all got on this shit?
I done told y'all. I think Usyk is the second best heavyweight in the world. So with that being said, I'm going with Usyk. I just don't see Joshua able to change up.
Joshua got Robert Garcia with him.
Huh?
Joshua with Robert Garcia now.
Your point.
I'm just putting all of the info out there so that before you make your prediction, you know everything that's going on.
Robert gonna have him fight Mexican style.
He gonna have him walking,
walking him down like, man, giving him the business. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm taking Usyk. I'm taking Usyk.
Didn't Usyk hurt him a couple times in that fight?
He did.
They hurt each other a couple times.
Yeah, because AJ hurt him a couple of times too. Because AJ big, man. So if AJ put paws on him, AJ can take him out. But Usyk, I mean, like I said, I don't know, Alan. I'm kind of like you. I don't know too much of what AJ going to do.
AJ fights on the Queensberry rules. He's not gonna go after him like that. He wants the box.
Well, I mean,
that was Robert Garcia.
They say he been training with him for a while though. Like we just found out about it, but they say he been over there for a while.
Yeah, because they said I forgot who it was. I was listening to because I want to give him credit when they was talking about him over there, and they asked Robert Garcia. They said, "You said you don't like heavyweights because they lazy." He was like, "But he not lazy." And they said they got him training with some guy that over there that Robert Garcia got some I think some heavyweight guy.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, they train like a damn like you said, train like a lightweight or something.
Mm.
So he might be over there beating AJ's ass.
That's what it takes in practice. When you sparring, you got to get your ass whipped. So you.
That's true.
That's how you get better.
Like Floyd used to always say, I'm undefeated under the lights, though.
You ain't lying, because that's what matters.
That's what matters, yeah.
But that ass whooping and sparring is what gets you.
Yeah, get you to that point. Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got? So we all got Usyk right now. Right?
Yeah, I got Usyk.
Yeah.
I also got to show me some stuff for me to change my opinion, man. I guess the real question is, regardless of who wins, can they beat Fury?
Alan, what's wrong with Batman?
Someone just walked in the house.
Yeah.
So he's somewhat doing his job. Somewhat. What's up, Marcus? Yo,
his old ass ain't gonna do
enough.
nothing.
Huh?
His old ass ain't gonna do nothing.
Dog.
So I guess the real question is, regardless of who wins this shit, can either one of them beat Tyson?
Yeah, Usyk can.
All right, have a good night. Conversation over.
You said Usyk can
Switch the
now?
subject, but yeah, I told you before. I think Usyk whoops his ass. I ain't backing off of that.
Okay.
Can't fuck with Tyson, man. What's going on in the comments? Y'all over here fighting?
You know what's going to happen? Yeah, come on, tell them. No, don't be doing that, man. Don't be over there.
What y'all arguing about now?
Who?
Edwin. What y'all still talking about Canelo?
Well, yeah, lead him to it. What's the next thing, man? Just
guess what? The next thing, guess what it is?
Oh wow, Canelo versus.
Oh wow. I guess we in. All right.
All I see is sensitive there, brother. Hold on, let me see. You don't like Canelo's style. I mean, shit, that's fine. Canelo got a bunch of different styles. He just choose to use this latest one now for some reason. Says Joshua is going to pull it off, Mexican style. We'll see.
Hey, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
Joshua got stamina issues, so that Mexican style take a lot of energy.
He get his ass knocked out in round 8 or 9.
All right, I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah,
okay,
don't even. Yeah. Let them do that. But Canelo Triple G, who you got, Brandon?
Come on now. She was a given. The best fight in the world. Next to Shakur. Canelo, baby. By stopping.
Alan, who you got?
Oh, you know what I'm gonna say to this shit. Goddamn. Triple G is in his last outing. This man has caused him a mini night. Like Tommy Hearn said about Ray Leonard. I've been thinking about this nigga for 3, 4, 5. How long has been that fight? 10 years ago? 8 years ago? How long has it been since that fought?
Was it 17? Or was it the first fight was 15? I think it was 2016 was the last fight.
Some people fight for money. If y'all think Triple G doing this shit for money, you got the wrong idea. Triple G wants to beat his ass. Huh?
Why didn't he fight Andre?
He been saving himself for that big last payday so he can go out.
This is all
he
about
wants to beat Canelo ass.
All about
I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. Y'all done seen Canelo lose to one Russian. He gonna lose to another one. I'm taking Triple G.
Okay.
He said, I'm from AJ City in the UK. Don't think AJ a chump. No, I don't think he a chump, but in order to fight Mexican style, he gonna have to have some stamina, and we've seen him gas out. I mean, I'm just giving you the facts. He says, no, I'm not arguing. He just in his feelings just got hurt. Y'all are tripping. Put him his time if he doesn't like Canelo. I just didn't think his reasoning made sense. I mean, people didn't like LeBron because he left Cleveland. Like, who shit? The man made a life choice and motherfuckers didn't like him. Who cares? You say Little G gonna win, huh? You rocking with Little G? Gloria says Canelo
to the body. To piggyback off of what Flores just said to the body.
Hey, I think it is too.
To the body.
Usyk AJ is
50. I think y'all forget that Canelo had a hard time with Triple G in the first fight. And if Triple G presses him and makes him fight at his pace or at a pace that Canelo don't want to fight,
45 years old now.
And this is what you got to take. You got to take this, and this is why I be saying I don't think people taking all of the details. Triple G has never fought at 168 pounds. This is his first time fighting up there.
Yep.
Canelo has now been getting hit by bigger guys than Triple G. So that shit from 5 years ago.
You don't think that power carry up there?
I don't think Triple G hits harder than those bigger guys.
Let me tell you something. If he could, you think Triple G gonna move up to 168 and knock Canelo out when he couldn't knock him out at 160?
No, I don't think he's gonna knock him out, but I think he's gonna win a fight.
He is not. Look, yeah, we talked about when he started landing shots in his last fight, but what about when the dude was touching his ass up? And that dude is not Canelo.
And
that dude is not Canelo, but Canelo is a late starter, just like Triple G started late in that fight. So,
yeah, but
like I said, we'll see in September.
I think this style that Canelo has works against Triple G.
It does.
Because Triple G is great coming forward.
Look, they're going to game plan and go. Look, Alan, they're going to do what you remember used to say. Look, I don't even look at the head for the first 5 rounds. They ain't even going to look at his head for the first fight. They're going to beat him to the body. They're going to beat him down.
Canelo going, Canelo going high guard him,
slip and bang. Everything bang to the body.
Everything to the body.
Yep.
Little G
them hands going to come down and he going to get cracked. I mean, he got a chin, so he's going to be all right.
Let me ask you a question. What was Bibble's biggest weapon against Canelo?
His feet.
Yeah, his feet.
His feet?
The movement, yeah.
And his defense.
The movement? Okay.
Are you saying the
defense? I was going to say the jab.
But it wasn't. That's what I'm saying. People it wasn't just his jab. It was
all of it.
To pivot. It was his ability to counter. Once Canelo went with his big punches, Bivol countered with little punches and then pivoted off the line.
Yeah, it was all of it.
And then defensively, he caught everything. Yeah. Triple G doesn't fight like that. So stop looking at Bivol. That's why I told y'all beforehand. Bivol is the guy that could beat him if anybody could beat him because of his skill set.
See the way Triple G was looking in the last Canelo fight and late in the fight when he was getting hurt, hitting to the body. Did you see how he was looking at?
Like I need to watch that fight again. It's been a while.
Yeah.
In fact, I need to watch both of those fights again.
And that's why I said Bivol was the guy if anybody could because of his skill set. Triple G don't fight like that. Sorry.
All right. Next.
Crocodile says Little G is getting that payday. You want payday?
You're right. Getting that payday.
He says, Edward thinks I hate Canelo. I don't. I actually think he's a great fighter. Yeah, I mean, you can't hate on the man. I mean, shit, you cannot like him, whatever, but you can't hate on him. No hate, you triggered me. Y'all tripping. Oh, come on, Alan. It's gonna be okay. When Canelo turns GGG into dust, we'll go with you and spread them ashes with you. Yeah, I'm with you. This is it for GGG. Last payday and last fight. He gonna get creamed. Okay, and then
I'm telling you, y'all all looking at this like this is Canelo's homecoming because he lost a fight. It ain't going down.
Looking at the facts, and we've already put out there that maybe Triple G is just that guy that they just gonna always have great fights. We've already put that out there.
So it's not going to be a major surprise if it's a competitive fight, Alan, because like I said, maybe that's just what they are to each other. But logically thinking, he's going to stop him to the body.
And
well, here we go.
The big one.
Yes.
Now I'm going to say what I've heard.
Okay, great.
I've heard that, what they say? Sources say that Spence versus Crawford is pretty much done. Vegas. I've been here on August 29th.
Yeah. October 29th.
I mean, my bad. October. I was about to say Halloween weekend. But October 29th, Halloween weekend. I'm hearing that the only thing that's stopping them from announcing it is they are trying to figure out tour dates. So I think they're gonna do like city tours where they promote the fight, and I think that's what's holding up the announcement of the fight. But who knows? Things change. We'll see. That's all I had. That's the only reason why I put that up there, because I wanted people.
I don't think there's no need to do predictions right now on that fight. I would wait.
All I'm just saying. Look, all I'm saying is what I said.
I'm not even picking. I don't even give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm not picking. I just want to see the fight. Exactly. If they sign and they announce it, damn it, I just want to enjoy the fight. But I am going to say, Roy Jones, who is like one of my favorite fighters of all time,
me too.
Tava. James Toney, look, James Toney, which you talk. I ain't even gonna say nothing about James Toney because I respect him too much. But y'all talking like Earl Spencer's ass cheeks, and y'all are out of y'all mind.
And then I just don't understand. My bad. You done?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I just don't understand what people like Roy Jones come off by saying, "Oh, Spence ain't fought nobody," but he's fought the same people that Crawford has fought when they were better. Plus Lamont Peterson, plus Mikey Garcia, plus Ugas. Like, what opponents do Crawford have that's better than those 5 guys besides those same guys? The Khan not better than Danny Garcia, we know that he lost.
Off a car accident, he fought Danny Garcia. Let's put that out there too.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
I don't get, like I said, I don't get when they saying that. I really don't. I don't understand it, and this outrageous that Spence ain't going 6 rounds. Are you?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get it. I don't see it.
I mean, we all are entitled to our opinions. I don't know. I mean, I guess from their standpoint, they looking at it's something in the ring that they've seen that I haven't seen that would make them think that Earl Spence is going to get knocked out. Like I said, the ability of Terrence Crawford to possibly counter him is one thing, but can Terrence Crawford stand up to the pressure that Earl Spence is going to put on him once he gets into that gear? I ain't never seen nobody put that kind of pressure on Terrence Crawford. So that's the first question that I ask. Will he be able to handle that pressure when Earl come and start working?
Yeah, I just don't see. I don't see an easy fight for either one of them.
Either one of them.
Whatever.
I like to save my breakdowns for when the fight happens. But I've already done studied this fight a million times over. I already know the weaknesses from both fighters. I know the strengths of both fighters. And I'm going to just say this. I see more ways for Earl Spence to win the fight than I do for Crawford.
And taking into consideration that, I mean, see, people get to thinking because Floyd fought at a high level, well into his 30s. You know what I'm saying? That's a given. But in your 30s, I've seen a little slippage from Crawford.
But I mean, I don't even think it's the age that's the slippage. I just think that the opponents that Crawford has fought, he's either been so much better than, or the guys who can cause problems, he has all the advantages against. Like Sean Porter, taller, more rangier, you know what I'm saying? But
he got the reach on Spence, but he ain't got the
height. Yeah, but it's about what, an inch? What he got? 72?
No, he's 74. He's 74.
What Spence
72. 72.
Okay.
Yeah, 72. Yeah.
But height, Spence got the difference, so that kind of takes away from the reach.
Yeah.
Does it?
A little bit.
I just see like people looking at, like, I just look at Crawford's fight against Porter, and they can say, "Oh yeah, he came on the 10th round when he first." Yeah, but up until then, he was having problems.
But Spence had problems the whole fight.
With who?
With Porter.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about the physicality of Porter against Crawford.
But Tony, the thing about that is this: you got to remember, Spence didn't have to fight that fight.
Right, Spence fought that,
but he did, and he had problems.
Right, but what I'm saying is,
but if Spence decided to keep Porter at the end of a jab, it's an easy fight.
I don't know if he would have been able to do it.
It's not about that. What I'm telling you, what I'm saying is, my breakdown for Crawford is he had problems with the physicality of Porter. So you can't tell me that he's not going to have problems with the physicality of Spence. I don't care how Spence.
That's true.
And Porter went. I'm just saying.
That's true.
That's
very true. Yeah.
The physicality, we know Spence is just as strong, if not stronger than Porter. And then he's bigger. With the longer reach, with a more steady jab. It's just so many advantages for Spence in this fight. To whereas though the only way we can see Crawford winning is if he counterpunching. That's it. What other way? You don't see him walking Spence down. You don't see him beating Spence down. The only way he can win is off of a counterpunch. He catch Spence with something, maybe he can hurt him. That's it.
Oh, that's what I say.
That's a major possibility, though.
Huh?
So that's a major possibility, though.
Yeah, but it's to me it's
because he is a great counterpuncher.
Yeah, but
I don't see him knocking Earl Spence out though.
I don't either because Spence got a beat, bro.
Oh, he do.
Spence got a beat. Let me see what they saying. Bornello. People said Floyd was born. It didn't stop him from being the highest paid fighter in the world, and it ain't going with Canelo either. Come on, fam. A watch along for Allen since he'll be mourning for GGG soon. It's like a prisoner on death row, and GGG date is coming up. I seen something that was a good idea. I'm about a watch along. I think that
for the first two fights or that third fight.
We might do it in separate segments. In the second fight, he buckled GGG twice at the end of the 6th or the 7th, and then again in the 9th or the 11th. Either way, we need to do a watch along and score both fights. I'm with that. It's up to y'all though.
Do that.
I'm with it. Say GGG on death row waiting to get an ass whooping. Up! Rhythm spoons. Porter took a dive. I'm with you, brother. Anyway, off a perfectly okay Porter. Hey,
oh man,
I am with you 1,000%.
Not at all. Not at
Kenny
all.
Porter.
Fuck Kenny Porter. Sean,
and I ain't gonna say that.
Hurt. I completely agree.
Sean ass was down 2 times in that damn fight. Sean was losing his mind.
This shit again.
Yeah, exactly. Sean was losing his goddamn mind. Sean said it himself. I was unraveling. He said it his goddamn self. I was unraveling.
Listen, Sean said that shit after the fact to save face for his daddy.
No. Sean said he was unraveling. He said he ain't wanting to stop the fight, but he was unraveling.
He said it after the fight.
Sean Porter finishes that round.
You think so? Sean Porter ain't never been knocked down twice in a round.
So
he finishes that round, man.
You saying he'll finish the goddamn round. He never been knocked down twice in a round. You don't know what the fuck would have happened.
There's always a
finish the round, man.
You don't know nothing. You don't. He went down twice, Allen. He never did that before. So what you gonna say? How you gonna say he wasn't hurt if he went down twice?
He was well within his mind.
How are you going to say?
Damn, I made a mistake again.
Exactly. He get up and make another one and get knocked the fuck out.
He was just as stopped as we were.
They get knocked the fuck out.
That's not hurt. He got knocked down by Adrian Broner. He wasn't hurt.
Not twice.
He was knocked down.
Not twice.
It's a first.
Not even Earl knocked him down twice.
Out. He was not nowhere near where Rolly Romero was after that shot he took from Tank.
Twice. Not even Earl knocked him down twice.
Earl didn't have to.
You talking about he didn't have to? I'm saying that the man ain't never been knocked down twice.
Sean Porter said it himself. I was hurt more in the Earl fight than I was against Bud.
Yeah, but he wasn't going to finish the round.
What I'm telling you is that man went and said, you know what? I got to save face for Pops. So now I got to make up some shit. Yeah, Daddy's always right. Simple as that. That man's never going to disrespect his father. He always going to put his father on a pedestal.
You don't watch his podcast enough, do you? Because
I do watch the podcast.
Then you know he don't always agree with his goddamn father. Then
yeah,
so don't try to swing that here.
It's the way that first of all, we heard him say that and white and what's my man name? What's the white dude on there with the hat? Burly white guy. Who? On the podcast.
Yeah, what about him?
Called him out. Huh? Sean, you know that's not how you really feel.
Yeah. And Sean said it.
Stop it.
And he said it.
And then what's the other
dude? He didn't have to stop that fight, man.
No, he didn't have to stop the fight.
Edwin said, yo, before I started watching the live stream, I saw you guys' thumbnail and hit my toe on the edge of the couch running to get the remote.
Okay.
He said, Sean took a dive. He was fine. I agree.
Sean didn't take a dive.
He was banging the
I wouldn't say Sean took a dive.
Yeah, Sean did not take a dive.
His daddy might have took a dive, but Sean didn't take a dive.
Kenny raised it all.
Kenny did some petty shit.
Sean wanted to kill Kenny.
Yeah, he did. He didn't want to talk to Bud.
Kenny ruined his
career. Wait a minute, hold up. You can't say Sean wanted to kill Kenny, but you say Sean took a dive. Which one is it?
He wanted to kill. No, we talking about he took a dive because he is a part of his corner.
No, he ain't. No.
And his corner decided
Kenny
to do
took a dive. Sean didn't take a dive.
Kenny ain't take no dive. Kenny told Sean, like, your ass ain't want to run that mountain. And now your ass been down twice in the round. Your ass, the fight's over.
Man, exactly.
That's what he told him. No, I'm serious. All jokes aside, that's what it was. You didn't want it because Sean said, I never told my father during training camp that I'm just not doing that. And he said it. He said he told him at times that, look, I'm not doing that. What do I need to do that for?
Proving our point that he wasn't hurt. Kenny just
no, I'm saying, look, what did I just say, Brent? I said, look, all jokes aside, Sean, look, I don't know if Sean would have finished the round. I don't.
I'm not saying that he would have finished the round.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about he would have. No, he could have continued from that point. He could have continued from that point. He could have continued from that point. But I'm not saying he would have finished the round. He never been knocked down twice before in the round. I think Kenny said, your ass been down twice.
Did he hit him to the body or did he hit him to the chin?
He didn't even hit him.
Yeah, he did. Look at it again.
I think he caught him off balance more than anything.
That's what it was.
Look at it again. Beat Sean's ass down.
He waved off a dude that was perfectly fine.
No, he like you said, look, he went down for the second time. And Kenny said, see, that's why I wanted your ass to run that mountain. Fight's over.
But that's what I'm saying. That's how I know he threw the fight.
Nah, yeah, I mean, I don't think Kenny threw the fight. I think he did it to prove something to Sean. I'm the boss, and that's why Sean retired.
But he's not. Well, look.
Sean could say what he want, but Sean was mad, and he didn't. Look, he's like this. Okay, that's how you feel. Look, you wanted to stop the fight. Okay, guess what? There ain't no more training. Exactly, I retired. I retired.
Yeah, it was.
I've been thinking about it for a long time, and you just made it.
You just made the decision easy.
Yep, you just made the decision easy. It's over. I'm done. I'm done with it.
So I think that's it on that. And this is the last and final jump. Oh, I'm sorry. Alan wanted to talk about NUA.
Oh, NUA and Donaire. NUA did his thing. What is that? 118?
But he losing the cool boy.
Easy.
Do what?
He losing the cool boy. You heard what I said.
He loses to who?
You heard what I said.
Cool boy Steph, Stevie Fulton.
That's right, Stevie Fulton. He loses to Stevie Fulton. He moves up and way he fights Stevie Fulton.
Because I got into that conversation the other day with Brandon. So you saying Stevie Fulton too?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
All right. So
I'll be taking money from both of y'all when they come up the
Anyway is a MFer too. He's a MFer. He's a monster.
Anyway.
Yes.
But he ain't fucking with Stevie.
He not. He gonna get outboxed.
Okay.
I can see that, but I ain't going with it.
You got some more comments.
You just a rebellious man. I can see it, but that's not what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's like Alan said. I can see Triple G getting stopped to the body, but I'm not going with that.
With undefeated. God damn it, Charles King. Who are you? Are you reading my mind?
What did he say?
He said, undefeated pound for pound list. Let's come up with undefeated pound for pound list. I don't know about that because it's people on my pound for pound list that ain't undefeated. Yeah. But that is the
Jamel CHARLO.
Yeah,
that is the final straw for tonight. I feel like as a channel who talks boxing, we should have our own pound for pound list.
Because that ESPN is some bullshit.
Yeah, as I'm tired of looking at these dumbass lists. And I also feel like we should come up with what I was saying, a criteria for what determines how you move up the pound for pound list or where you are on the pound for pound list. Because I'm not a fan of when you become undisputed, you automatically pound for pound. Because to me, that don't make you pound for pound in my book. But I'm also going off of what the rules initially were for pound. It was based on your style. If you were the size of the heavyweight champion, could you beat him? That's what pound for pound initially was. All of this, he undisputed, so he need to know. Josh Taylor, if he's 230 pounds, can't beat Tyson Fury.
Shit, Josh Taylor at 168 can't beat Jamel CHARLO.
But it's not about can he beat Jamel CHARLO. It's about if he's the same size of the heavyweight champion, can he beat him?
I didn't know. I thought it was regardless of weight. Who is the best fighter? Not the heavyweight. Yeah, any weight, not just the heavyweight.
Anyway,
so that's the reason why
heavyweights still carrying any weight.
Yeah, any weight. Pound for pound, that's exactly what it says. Pound for pound, you are the best fighter in the world against any weight.
Nope.
If everybody was all the same, like you said, if you wanted to put them at heavyweight, Brandon, if everybody was at heavyweight.
So I don't know what pound for pound y'all heard, but pound for pound initially was created because Sugar Ray Robinson couldn't fight the heavyweight champion of the world. This person couldn't. Boxing was about the heavyweights. Everything was centered around heavyweights. So it's not, if he's the same size, could you? It's if you were the size of the heavyweight champion, does your skills translate?
I would
because
think
that could be a number of people. Yeah, that could be a number of people that could translate. But no, they said Sugar Ray Robinson was the pound for pound best fighter, period. That means he was better than any heavyweight, any lightweight, everybody else, damn it, in any weight. Pound for pound, that's what it was.
Okay.
So that's what we're going with.
No, we're not going to go with that. We're going to go with the definition of what pound for pound is. And then we're going to come up with a criteria for how we can place our people on the pound for pound list based on the criteria that we come up with.
It starts with competition. It starts with their resume.
I don't agree with
that. With their resume.
I don't agree with
that.
And
how they fared against that competition or on their resume.
I think that should be how you add to it. But I don't think that's the end all. I don't think that's the end all be all, because you can look at Devin Haney, right? You can look at Devin Haney, and then you say Devin Haney got the skills, but he don't have the resume. He beat one guy to become undisputed. Then you look at somebody like Earl Spence, who's not undisputed yet, but his road to undisputed was much tougher, and he's fought better competition. So because Devin Haney is undisputed, do we just put him in front of Earl?
No, because if Earl Spence was to fight Devin Haney, I'm going with Earl Spence.
So what do y'all think should be the first thing that we rate this off? Is the first thing skill set, eye test?
Hold on, let me read this. Okay, pound for pound. As these fighters do not compete directly, judging the best fighter pound for pound is subjective, and ratings vary. They may be based on a range of criteria, including quality of opposition, factors such as how exciting the fighter is or how famous they are. I wouldn't even put that in there, though. Or be an attempt to determine who would win if all those ranked were the same size. That's where I would go.
So
you put everybody the same size, and you go from there.
That's a newly renovated definition of pound for pound. Pound for pound, when they say Sugar Ray Robinson was the greatest fighter pound for pound, meaning that if I imagine he was a heavyweight fighting with the same style, he would be the best. Heavyweight.
I mean, you talking about a Sugar Ray Robinson fighting a Cassius Clay? I mean, do you know where to go or who to pick in that fight?
It's not new. It's not new because that's what I always thought it to be.
What I'm saying is the extra shit is new.
No, I'm not. No, I'm talking about. I always thought it to be that if you put everybody at the same weight, not damn it compensated for like a heavyweight. If you put everybody at the same weight, that the person, everybody at the same weight, that the person with the best skill set, that is the best person. Period. That would beat everybody, not just a damn heavyweight.
So is that what we do?
The definition is right
Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's on the pound for pound list for ESPN. So but if I was to take every fighter on that list to fight Tyson Fury, I would put him on the bottom of it because I would say if all those fighters was his size, he loses to all of them. Go ahead, you can call me crazy.
No, you're not. A lot of fighters would beat Tyson Fury if they was his size with the same.
Why was heavyweights never put on the pound for pound list?
What do you mean they wasn't? Some people put them on there.
No, recently. What I'm saying is when pound for pound started, they never put heavyweights on the list because that was the definition of of pound for pound.
No, they just said the heavyweight champion was the best fighter in the world because he was big. He was the biggest. They just said that. But pound for pound,
was that not what I just said?
In the world. Yeah, the best fighter in the world. You can't just say that, you know, you compare him to the heavyweight champion and you would how you would do against him. No, it's other weight classes too. So therefore, you would have to rank them. You could put them all at heavyweight if you want to, but you would have to rank them, put them all at the same weight, and who is the best. That's it. Bottom line, that's always it has always been.
Skill set do you see coming out on top?
Exactly, and it's always been that way.
I mean, based on their last performances, of course, who is on top of the game?
For me, I would have to go with Usyk.
You say Usyk?
On top? The best?
Because to me, he did what the definition of pound for pound is.
By beating Joshua?
He dominated a division, and then he moved up to heavyweight and beat the heavyweight champion of the world.
I wouldn't say number one.
That is a hell of an accomplishment.
But if I'm going by what my criteria is, he's not number one.
Because you got to put accomplishment in that too.
Yeah, if you want to put, like you said, you want to put accomplishments in there, that is a hell of an accomplishment.
Plus, you got to look at the competition. I don't know much about the guys he fought at 175. I mean, no, I'm sorry, cruiserweight at 195 to say, all right. I mean, because I'm saying if I was to compare Usyk to Errol Spence, I would say the people that Errol Spence have fought are much more competitive than Anthony Joshua. Sean Porter, Danny Garcia,
Kell Brook, Lamont
Kell Brook,
Peterson.
okay. Lamont Peterson.
So let me ask y'all this.
Who's the last guy?
Since that's the criteria y'all want to go with.
Well, I mean, competition is everything. I mean, but and how Earl Spence looked against that competition.
Ooh, that's fine. I got a question. Who did Lamont Peterson beat?
Amir Khan. Amir Khan.
Who did Sean Porter beat?
Danny Garcia, Adrian Broner. What's his name?
Right there.
No,
Alexander.
Yeah, I was about to say Devin Alexander because he was good at that time. Yep. Lamont Peterson. No, Sean Porter didn't beat Lamont Peterson. No, not. I was thinking of Timothy Bradley beat.
But see, you stretching the conversation, Brandon, because now you're looking at.
I'm proving a point. I'm proving a point that all of that extra shit should come later. The first thing should be skill.
That's what I'm saying. Pound for pound.
Then, once you look at the skill, so you take somebody like Crawford and Usyk, right? They both have elite skills.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen Usyk's skills translate to heavyweight, right?
Only because he's bigger.
We've seen Usyk's skills translate to
if
heavyweight.
Usyk was the same size as Terrence Crawford, he doesn't beat Terrence Crawford.
I don't know that.
Well, that's the way I feel.
Well, but the point is,
wait, you said he wouldn't?
No, he wouldn't.
At the end of the day, Usyk became undisputed at a division, and then moved up to the next division and beat a 3-belt unified heavyweight champion. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Or wrong?
Yeah, he did.
I mean, take Beterbiev. What if I wanted to put Beterbiev on this list? He only got 17 fights, but he just knocked out in the second round another champion. He has 3 of the belts.
Before y'all bring another name into it.
All right, go ahead.
Beterbiev won.
Huh?
You said what?
Is Beterbiev number 1 on the list?
No.
So can we get past 1 first?
Okay. Who would I put at the top of that list?
It's got to be between Crawford and Usyk. It can't be nobody else.
Why can't it be Shakur Stevenson?
Because it can't.
Why?
Because because when you factor in the skills, yes, he has the skills, but so does Crawford and so does Usyk.
Yeah, but this guy stepped up in competition and dominated the last 2 fights.
What has Bud done since he moved up to welterweight?
Just stopped everybody.
So has Shakur done that?
No.
So how do you put him in front of Terrence?
You talking to Allen? Yeah. No, okay, Brandon, I'm with you now. I see what you're doing.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. No, Brandon is saying, look, with the skills, look, when you put skill set, and then we add in the accomplishments. So when
all of these guys got the skills.
Yeah.
Evan got the skills.
Yeah.
Earl got the skills.
Mm-hmm.
Usyk got the skills. Crawford got the skills.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we know that these guys have the skills, what puts this person in front of that person?
Then you got to go with, and if you're going with the accomplishments, then Usyk would have to be up top, right?
So it has to be Usyk and Crawford.
Usyk and Crawford, yeah.
You can't put Canelo 1 because do he got the accomplishments? Yes. Do he have the resume? Yes. But we're looking at 2 guys who are undefeated with no blueprint to beat these motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't put Canelo in front of them right now.
Okay.
Anyway, got 1 name on his resume that's worth talking about in my book. He damn sure ain't won.
No.
So we looking at Usyk and Crawford. I'm not mad at either one. But to me,
what about Earl Spence?
Not number 1, not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Okay, let me ask you, what's the toughest division in boxing?
135. If you
Where do you
talking
rank
about
154?
people that's there to fight each other, 135.
Who's there? Devin?
Devin, Loma, Tank, Ryan, fucking.
But none of them have fought each other.
That's not what you said. You asked.
Yeah,
what
you
was
said
the best.
toughest. Yeah, for those who
Okay.
will fight each other. Yeah, okay. Yeah, well. So you
Okay.
wouldn't say 147?
Huh?
You wouldn't say 147?
Would you say that Terrence Crawford the best at 147 right now?
No, but pound for pound and best in the division is two different things.
It is.
Because pound for pound is an illusion of what we believe.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not.
Best
It's like
in the division is proof. It's Earl
proof.
Spence.
Yeah. So I mean, because plenty of people say that Earl Spence is the best welterweight, in the world.
Edwin, if Crawford is not in the top 5, you're hating. There's no way that you have Crawford anywhere past 3.
Period.
No way. No way in hell. Because you can't find me 4 people whose skill set is better. That's first off. You can't find me 4 people who got a better skill set than Terrence Crawford. Not Inoue, not Spence. Shit. It's tough. Not Canelo. Canelo's skill set ain't better.
Okay, so skill set, then resume.
For me, I say skill set.
Mm-hmm.
Then to me, resume.
Okay.
But accomplishments is not far behind.
Right.
But I'm also
Okay, so that's 3 things. Anything else?
Then you also got to look at how did you achieve those accomplishments? Because to me, Josh Taylor's road to undisputed at 140 was a tougher road to undisputed than Crawford, to me. But my eye test doesn't show me that Josh Taylor is as skilled as Crawford.
You think it was? Did he beat? I mean, everybody before was undefeated.
He beat Regis Prograis,
who was undefeated at the time, right?
Right.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Beat Jose Ramirez, who had just beat the shit out of Maurice Hooker. Josh
Taylor's.
To me, those 2 wins is better than Postal and Dongo. Postal and who was the other? Ray Beltran.
Yeah, I think Beltran was pretty good though. But Postal and Ndongo was undefeated when they fought Crawford, wasn't
he? Ndongo was and Postal was, but I'm talking about the level of competition. Ndongo is not as good as Jose Ramirez.
And Postal,
Regis went in there and beat the shit out of Postal right after 135.
You said what?
Regis went in there and beat the shit out of.
You got to remember what Crawford did at 135.
Right after Crawford.
Yeah, that's true. But you know how it is, Brandon. A fighter that's undefeated, once they learn how to lose, some of them don't. Some of them go down, some of them go up.
Yeah,
but the toughest one is to teach them how to lose. Yeah. And a lot of people when Danny Garcia moved up said he was trying to avoid Postal, even though that wasn't the case. It wasn't the case. I'm just saying, but a lot of people said it.
Yeah, but I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Because
I don't agree with it either.
Who had a tougher time with Porter, Kell Brook or Earl Spence?
You said who had a tougher time with Porter?
Mm-hmm.
Kell Brook or Earl Spence?
Earl Spence. I mean, Porter was a better fighter,
but that wasn't his first loss.
You said what?
Me too, but that wasn't his first loss.
Yeah, I said some people go up, some people go down.
All right, so we looking at Usyk and Bud.
Yeah.
What puts Bud in front of Usyk?
Only way I would put, the only reason I put Bud in front of Usyk, if we're not going, but if you add in the accomplishments and what they did, I would put Usyk above. But I just look at them two. If they were the same weight and they fought, I think Bud beats.
I can't definitively say that, man, because maybe because y'all haven't watched Usyk's cruiserweight journey.
Footwork.
But
they said he was a bigger Lomachenko. So if that's the case, you want to put Lomachenko up there.
No, but Lomachenko has lost.
Yeah.
Usyk has done this, and he's beat some of the hardest punches. That Glaciaf dude was striking.
Never heard of him.
That's the thing, because y'all didn't follow the journey.
I need to, maybe I need to watch.
I watched some of his fights. I saw the footwork because that's only because they're trained by the same person, but I did not get a bigger Lomachenko out of it.
Then
when I watched his fights.
As a smaller guy, like I said, and not only did he do that, but now he's a 3-belt unified. He has every belt but one at heavyweight.
Would you say he beat some quality heavyweights before he got that Joshua fight?
About the same level of people that Crawford fought.
Derek Chisora. Who else did he fight? I know he beat 2 names. I know Chisora was one of them. Who was the other one? Look at this box right now.
Say somebody.
I mean, if I had to choose between Usyk and Terrence Crawford, right now I would say Terrence Crawford.
See, but is that because he looks explosive doing it, or are y'all looking at the skill set?
What you talking about?
Because since Terrence Crawford has moved up to 147, none of the fights have gone the distance.
But did he fight an Anthony Joshua caliber opponent at 147?
I don't know. That caliber is looking kind of suspect to me.
Well, Anthony Joshua?
Yeah.
Well, it's like saying Sean Porter is looking suspect because he got 3 losses.
Nah. But I'm talking about Anthony Joshua looking suspect because he always getting clipped on his goddamn chin and getting hurt.
I mean, you can say the same for Amir Khan. You can say the same for Kell
Brooks. Amir Khan is suspect.
But that's what I'm saying. Does Terrence Crawford have an Anthony Joshua caliber win at 47?
Yeah. Sean Porter.
I don't agree. Sean Porter was not a 3-belt unified champion, and Sean Porter beat 2 recognizable names. If you want to add Paulie Malignaggi, you can say 3.
Now I wouldn't add Paulie Punk.
Now his resume is good because he fought a lot of people, but he's lost to the best people.
Yeah, but I said you say that, but Anthony Joshua type.
I'm not saying he. So who gonna go to the Hall of Fame first, Joshua or Sean Porter?
I don't know.
Joshua.
They might get in at the same time.
Come on, man. Joshua will be there before.
You crazy? If Joshua if Joshua lose again to Usyk,
damn it, he'll have the same amount of losses as Sean Porter.
And I'm telling you that they'll get in at the same time. That's what I'm saying.
My money is with Usyk as for right now. Now, if Crawford beat Spence, then he goes to number 1. I'm sold on Usyk. I think what he's done is greater than what Crawford has done at this point. That doesn't mean that it can't change.
No, you heard what I said. I said the reason why my criteria is because I believe if they were at the same weight and they fought that, I think Crawford would beat him. But if you're going with accomplishments, and if that's going to be our criteria, then you have to give it to Usyk.
So we got Usyk 1, Crawford automatically falls to 2 in my book.
Wait a minute. What about resume though? You talking about Terrence Crawford coming up from 135 to 147?
And Usyk just coming from 195 and fighting somebody to 300 pounds.
Sound like
how many belts did he have at
135? Crawford went from 35 to 47, nigga. That's 12 pounds.
Yep.
Usyk would have been fought a nigga that was right 30 pounds bigger than him.
Yeah.
It's still 3 weight classes at the end of the day.
That's true.
That's true. Okay, so let me ask you this. Fucking Inoue has come from 108. I mean, 112, 115 to 118. That's 10 pounds versus somebody like fucking shit. Fucking Tank done fought at 30 and fought a 40-pounder. That's a 10-pound difference, and it's only 2 weight classes versus his being 4. That I can't go with that. Like, I gotta look at all of that. All of that stuff matters to me.
Who is Tank? I mean, the competition that Tank is fought, we all frown on it. So, I mean, I don't understand your argument.
See, you can't mix conversations. It was about the amount of weight. That's what that was about. I didn't say shit about Tank's opponents. I'm talking about weight classes being closer together at those smaller weights versus weight classes being further apart at the higher weights. So for Canelo
195 to 200.
For somebody like, yeah, he's fighting at 200, but the guy he's fighting is 270, Alan. That would be equivalent to Crawford fighting at 47 and then fighting fucking David Benavidez on fight night.
You talking about Anthony Joshua? Or you talking about Tyson Fury?
Talking about Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua don't fight at no 270, dude.
He fight at what, 250? What is he, Tony? 250, 249?
Yep, 249, 250. And you think, what is he at fight night, man? Come on.
Sound like pound for pound to me. I'm sorry.
Okay, Alan, check this out, Alan. Even if you want to say 240, right? You say 240, that's still 20 pounds. If Usyk came in at if he came in at 220, that's 40. I mean, that's 20 pounds. If he came in at like 210, that's 30 pounds. So that's putting Crawford at 147. I mean, 177, basically fighting light heavyweight.
Arthur Beterbiev.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me ask a question. If Terence Crawford was at 195 and decided to go up and fight Anthony Joshua with his skill set, does he beat Anthony Joshua?
Who?
Terence Crawford. Who? Does Terence Crawford's skill set beat Anthony Joshua?
Yes.
I believe that it does. But yes. The difference is that's an assumption versus what we just watched Usyk do.
Does it change if Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence?
Yes, because now you're talking about a fucking 2-division undisputed champion, and then he beat Errol Spence. But guess what? If Usyk beats Tyson Fury, then that shit may change again.
Oh, Danny, he is bad. You know, he is bad, but I just didn't see. I mean, I looked at Usyk through the eyes of everybody saying he's a bigger Lomachenko. And when I see Lomachenko and what Lomachenko can do, and I saw Usyk, yeah, he has some of the same movements, but it's not Lomachenko.
But you have to also realize, Tony, Usyk is 100 pounds heavier.
No, I know. I'm saying that, but no. You know, I'm talking about, I'm not saying that he's not like that, but I'm just saying, you know, when he said, no, he's a bigger Lomachenko, man, no. I'm just saying, you know, when somebody puts something up there and you look at it through those eyes and not just what you said. Huh? I don't think he's just a big Lomachenko. No, I don't.
When you look at what he does, his head movement, his angles, the way he step off to the side, how he uses his straight lefts, it's the same as Loma. The only difference is Loma 100 pounds lighter, so it's fast as fuck. Versus a bigger nigga doing it don't look as fast.
Nah, Loma look a lot better doing it. I ain't talking about speed even. Loma a little smoother. But that could be the case.
But that's because he's smaller. You don't think if we do some shit in the gym, your shit gonna look smoother than mine? Yeah, you a little motherfucker.
That's just because my hand's better than yours.
No.
It ain't got nothing to do with your damn size.
Quicker than me. We could do the same shit, but because you smaller and quicker, your shit gonna look better.
Nah. Not if you
the way it is.
No.
See what the big motherfuckers say is we could knock your ass out with 102. Mm-hmm. We got Usyk Crawford. Now 3. What do y'all think?
Errol Spence.
Why Errol Spence?
Everything. Skill set, resume.
Okay.
Now, check all
based off his last fight. Domination.
Now let me ask you this. What has Spence done that Beterbiev haven't done?
You talking about 29 fights against 17?
Yeah, but the level of opposition.
I think Errol Spence had better opposition.
I can't go with that.
I can.
Tony, you know, the thing is, man, Beterbiev is sitting at 18-0 with 18 knockouts.
Beterbiev beat the fuck out of the Volsic dude who almost killed Adonis Stevenson.
Who?
Say what you want, but he was whooping ass.
Yeah, and he wasn't fighting nobody.
You can't say that somebody's not fighting somebody because you're not tuned into the weight class.
No, I'm not saying that. He wasn't fighting anybody to fight. I used to watch Adonis Stevenson, and he wasn't fighting no damn body when he fought those people. He fought Buns. He was staying away from fucking Kovalev.
He wasn't staying away from Kovalev.
Yeah, he was.
It was a network issue. We all
yeah,
know
but he was staying away from him.
We know how this
Adonis Stevenson never really impressed me, other than the fact that, like you said, he had knockout power. But so
he didn't have to impress you. But guess what? The Chad Dawsons of the world and a lot of other motherfuckers that we know, Badu Jacks of the world, done been face first. Fucking with Adonis Stevenson.
Who?
Say what you want.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, who? Yeah.
But BETERBIEV beat the shit out of him. He beat the shit out of the dude that knocked Bernard Hawkins out of the ring and retired B-Hop.
B-Hop was 72 years old.
He beat the shit
I don't
out
want
of
to hear
everybody.
that. He was 72 years old.
Man, Joe Smith a tough customer, man. To knock Joe Smith out in the second round.
Oh, BETERBIEV. Look, he impressed me. I told you that, Alan. He impressed me because he didn't do it his normal way. He actually he actually moved around like like Tank was doing Rolly. He was like this. All right, let me.
So Danny, I don't know when you came in or if you heard our criteria, but for our pound for pound, we're making a pound for pound based on what the definition of pound for pound is. And initially, the main criteria on our pound for pound is skill set. So skill set comes first, and then what we say, level of opposition, and then accolades, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Spence is high because the level of opposition that he's faced. Like Devin is undisputed, yeah, but Devin only fought George Kambosos. I mean, if you want to put Linares and those guys in, you can, but those guys aren't the same level as Porter, Mikey, Ugas, Danny. Those are
we didn't say Mikey Garcia when we first started.
I mean, what he's saying, I mean, I don't know if Brook was his best win. Do you think Brook was Spence's best win?
No, I would say Mikey Garcia, total domination. Mikey Garcia could not do nothing against him.
His best win is probably Sean Porter.
Yeah. I would probably go with Sean Porter.
People like to say
the fact that he fought Sean Porter's fight
overseas and broke Kell Brook in his backyard. So I mean, if you want to, and it was his first belt, if you want to give him,
but like you said, but his caveat to that, he had just came down. You know what I'm saying? From 2 weight classes above and got his eye broken with with Triple G.
Yeah.
So he was coming off of a loss. So but I don't think that was his best win. Like you said, Brandon, I would say Sean Porter was Earl Spence's best win.
It was fighting consistently 3 to 4 times a year, not matter. Usyk, Spence, and Crawford fight like once a year. Yeah, but everybody does though. Outside, and I hate when people do this. Outside of Canelo, that 1 year fighting a lot, he fought twice a year. So
look, if you want to go by that criteria, Edwin, then we could go with some younger fighters who fight 10 times a year.
Yeah, because motherfucking Isak Cruz he on one of these undercards coming up. I want to say it's the Andy Ruiz joint, and he this like his 3rd, 4th time this year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I mean, I can't go with that. When you get to a higher level and you a pound for pound guy, it takes more time to build fights, so you're going to fight less. So
you're going to fight less.
I'm not really big on how many times you fight. As long as you go out there and look good when you do fight. And like I said, Usyk has done it every time.
And you got to understand, with Canelo's cachet, he was the only one that could do that.
Yeah.
Nobody else would have. They wasn't just going to line up for, a fight against a Charlo or a Benavidez and all that in 1 year like that.
And that's one of the reasons what I was saying about the undisputed set for Canelo. People want to fight Canelo. So all you got to do is say make the fight, and the fight is going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's not that easy for everybody else. And if skills,
because he was, like you said, he was on 2 days. He was on 2 weekends, September and what's the other one?
Who?
The Mexican joints. Canelo.
May and September.
May and September.
And if skill set is involved, I'd say Jamil or Inoue is more versatile and adjusts better than Spence. I can't, because I've watched Spence. See, Spence is, and like I said, you have to be a student of the game to understand the subtle changes that Spence makes.
What was that? What was that statement you just said? Somebody sent a comment like that. Said that Jamel Charlo what? Was that a comment or was that you?
No, they said, and if Spence is, if skill set is involved, I'd say Jamel or Inoue are more versatile and adjust better than Spence. Just my opinion. I mean, it's cool. That's fine. But Spence's adjustments are subtle. You got people like Bud who get a lot of credit for making adjustments because he's switching from left to right. So it's a noticeable adjustment. But you have to really pay attention to Spence to see the little stuff that Spence do. Spence has one of the best skill sets in boxing. And that's a fact.
Yeah, it is.
He turned down Queen Ryan. Yeah, because they got plans to make him a star now. People are sleeping. Spence takes over 154. No chance. I mean, we'll see. Others in Canelo's spot will use their status to fight one time a year. Yeah, Edwin, but you're saying that, but we've only seen Canelo do that once, brother. And I'm a big Canelo fan. Like, we acting like Canelo fight 4 times a year every year. That it just doesn't happen. Canelo picked up his pace to fight so that he could become undisputed. We've never seen him do that before. Canelo at one point was fighting May and September every year. And then I think one time when he first got to the zone, he took a fight in December against Rocky Fielding where he fought 3 times a year. Outside of that, Canelo is fighting twice a year as well. So I can't go with that. So back to it. Usyk, Crawford. So y'all taking Spence over Devin, over Shakur, over Stevie Fulton, who has a hell of a resume that people not going to pay attention to. Angelo Leo,
got Brandon Figueroa on his resume, so that itself.
Daniel Ramon. He got major names and he's unified, and his skill set, to me, is there. Jamel Charlo. Y'all taking Spence over Charlo?
Yep.
Stevie Fulton over Charlo? Huh? No.
To me, I think that
are we at number 4 now?
Y'all got Spence at 3, so we got Usyk, Crawford, Spence. Are we putting Spence over Canelo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if Earl Spence and Canelo at the same weight class, he beats the shit out of Canelo. Oh, let me not say that too loud with Edwin. Oh shit, I know a comment coming back.
I don't see.
But yeah, if I was to put them in the ring, I think Spence beats him.
Nobody beats the shit out of Canelo though.
Yeah, you tripping. You get a little out of hand. What about Tank?
What about him?
What about Haney?
Man, look, if you don't say my man name, then look.
I know you're talking about the Issa Cruz.
The Issa Cruz.
Yeah.
Number 1. 35. Number 1. Period.
All right, so we going with. So we got Usyk, Crawford, Spence. 4 is who?
4 is.
So these are the names left: Inoue,
okay,
Haney, Stevenson, Fulton, Beterbiev,
Jamel
Charlo, Josh Taylor.
I push Shakur Stevenson at number 4.
I don't know.
Skill set. This man took 2 step-up fights and dominated both of them. How many people have you seen just totally dominate a fight that were supposed to be competitive fights?
Ain't nobody said there was gonna be competitive fights.
Devin Haney
beat a man who beat the man who beat the man with a jab.
Anyway, hold on. They say Spence. What they say? Jamel Spence at 54 is 50-50. I agree.
Jamel might not agree though, because he's been in there sparring Spence.
Well, not to add that Jamel still don't like pressure fighters, and Errol Spence is one of the best at that. So no.
Inoue, Taylor, then Haney.
Inoue, Taylor, then Haney.
I can't go with that.
This is somebody I think based on stuff. Well, no, you can't because Inoue don't have but 2 titles. Inoue, so they're putting Inoue over Stevenson.
I wouldn't, because I don't think that Inoue style is better than Stevens. He's more exciting because he's getting knockouts.
Yeah, but if you put him in the ring with Shakur Stevenson, now I like Inoue. I like the monster.
You got a Shakur Stevenson that's down there closer to his weight that I don't think he can beat.
And yeah, that's right. That's cool, boy.
If you put them in the weight class, I think Stevenson handles him with the distance and just the boxing ability. Period.
But that's this. I feel the same for Stevie Fulton, and Stevie Fulton is a weight class above him.
Oh well, we gonna see that fight.
Yeah, it's going to.
I promise you, we not, because they ain't gonna put him in there with him. When you talk about when you talking about Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Stevie Fulton, you talking about people who barely lose rounds.
Yep.
Let alone fucking fight. We talking about motherfuckers who barely lose.
Does Devin Haney look as dominant as Shakur Stevenson looked in that Valdez fight? No.
But I've always said that I think Shakur Stevenson's skill set is better than Devin Haney. So even though Devin is, and this is what I meant by that, even though Devin is undisputed, Devin fought George Kambosos to win all of the belts.
And George Kambosos must have, he fought out of his mind that night against T.O., and T.O. didn't have the right game plan.
And T.O., I think he caught T.O. on a bad night on his best night and won a fight.
Yeah.
You
don't agree, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say he caught T.O. on his worst night. I just think T.O. allowed George Kambosos to get in his head, and he went against his game plan. And to me, that's gamesmanship. I can't blame George Kambosos for T.O. not sticking to the game plan.
That's true.
So I can't go with that.
But his game plan was to come out and try and knock him out.
Lopez.
His game plan was to come out there and try and knock him out. That's what his game plan was.
Yeah, I think I have to go. I might be tempted. The only thing that's stopping me from putting Shakur in front of Earl is Earl's resume. But skill-wise, I think his skill set is better than Earl.
So you think he can handle Earl's pressure?
Yeah, if he's the same weight, yeah. Yeah.
But according to that, you would put Shakur number 1 if you would go skill set alone, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, only time will tell. He said, has Shakur ever lost a round? Shit, I don't know. I think they say he's lost a total of 4 rounds his whole career or some shit like that throughout all his fights.
I didn't even know he lost. I know who hasn't lost a round.
They say officially on the scorecards.
Oh, I don't think Boots lost a single round in 29 fights.
I don't think so either, to be honest with you.
But Boots, because of Boots' competition, does he go on this list?
Boots don't have the competition or the accomplishments.
That's still impressive, though. Out of 29 fights and haven't lost a round.
No, he definitely right there. Don't get me wrong. So do we put Shakur in front of Jamel Charlo?
Yeah.
See, it's hard because
the accomplishments, man.
With the skill set, I got Shakur up there. But
me too. Yeah.
When you look at Harrison, Lubin,
you know what? I'm gonna tell you. You know what?
Banana.
I think we need to look. I think we need to do some more work on this. I'm telling you, we need to put a point system on what we value most and how much weight it carries. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
Okay, we know we're going with skill set, but how much weight are we gonna put on that? Because like if that's like out of 100, we putting 50. Then of course Shakur against Jamel already got 50 points. You know what I'm saying? And then what we gonna add? Jamel can't do nothing but time.
So okay, maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll come back to this.
Yeah, come back to it. Yeah,
we'll come back to this and we'll sit down behind, or we can ask y'all, how do y'all think we should we make each thing a point system and then give points based on, so like you said,
skill set is gonna be number one. We already established that.
Number one, is that automatically 50%?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are we gonna go like? Is that it got to be more than 25% if it's number one? You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it out of 100, and let's say
out of 100. Yeah.
Let's say skill set. If we leaning on that the most, it has to weigh the most.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's say skill set is, first of all, how many things are we judging on? So we got skill set,
resume.
Let's go. You want to go? How do you want to do it?
Achievements and
skill set, resume.
I can't go with age, man. I feel like
your skill set, like you said, accomplishments, which is resume.
Forget skill, because skill is what pound for pound is all about.
Now, exactly. Skill set, resume. What else? Competition. Without resume, all that falls in the resume, right? Alan, wouldn't that fall in the resume though? Competition.
That would fall in the resume. What about intangibles? Like take BETERBIEV for instance. When BETERBIEV got his head opened up and he still went in and beat ass, that would be like I said, an intangible, heart or
yeah, but you
will to win. I don't know if you can measure a guy, because unless they've been put in that predicament, and see, that's what I'm saying. Shakur Stevenson has not been put in
like four or three things we got to judge it on.
Skill set, resume.
Skill set, resume, and what else?
Record.
Hold on, y'all.
Yeah.
Can y'all still hear me?
Yeah, I can still. Yeah, we still hear you.
I gotta do something real quick. Y'all can go ahead. I think people in the chat still commenting.
Record. Record has. You got guys that's undefeated. And then you got guys that's, take CHARLO, who has that one loss.
We can't do that. We can't go skill set, resume, record. What'll be the fourth thing? Because I don't think we need to go no more than 4.
Drawing power?
If that's the case. Yeah, no, not drawing power.
No. Skill set, resume, record. Well, like I said, I keep saying, where do you place CHARLO? Because when you look at 154, it's one of the most competitive weights there with 135.
Yeah, but see, when you say resume, you cover all that.
CHARLO then fought everybody at 154, to whereas those guys at 135 haven't fought each other yet.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. But the only thing is, when you say resume, that covers all that, right? Or you gonna put resume and competition, 2 different things?
Like I said, I don't think we're giving CHARLO enough credit, because look at the division that he's.
Oh no, I give him look. Like I said, I definitely give him credit, but how much weight are we gonna put on skill set? Because skill set has to be the heaviest thing, because that's basically the pound for pound.
Well, one of CHARLO's strengths is he gets stronger at the end of fights, which will benefit in any fight that he's in.
Yeah.
That's something that a lot of fighters don't have. Most fighters lose steam at the end of fights, whereas this brother is getting stronger. Punching power doesn't go anywhere in the 11th, 12th round. You remember that was one of the things we were so impressed with James Toney with. That if he caught you with a count in the 12th round, and what was that? Charles Williams he knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to knock Costanzo out in the 11th round, impressive, man. I mean, so strengths, weaknesses. Maybe we can go strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's in skill set.
That is in skill set, isn't it?
Yeah, that's in skill set.
Shit, we having a hard time getting past skill set and resume.
Oh, a skill set, resume, but then again, like I said, when you're going by if these guys were to fight each other, I mean, we're basing that off their skill sets alone.
Yeah.
Is resume and accomplishments the same thing?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's interesting though. We would have to, okay, wait a minute. No, I don't think it's the same. Is it the total same thing? Because no, we could be talking about how many tough fighters a fighter has fought. But you know, like we do have to put accomplishments up there, like, you know, like being undisputed is an accomplishment in the
It's an accomplishment.
Era. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that has to carry some weight.
All right, so skill set, resume, accomplishments.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the intangibles, because like I said, another thing that puts that I'm not so sure if Devin Haney lose a fight, he comes back strong as Charlo has, as well, shit, I don't know, because then I think we said record too, but it's, like I said, man, it's all subjective, but you got to find, like I said, we got to find 4 things. Well,
yeah,
maybe
find 4 things.
Criteria. We're having a hard time finding that 4th. So
yeah, we might just have to go with 3. Yeah,
yeah,
just to have a criteria to judge on.
Resume.
Have you found the 4th one? Because we going with
right,
skills.
So that's what I think.
Okay, go ahead.
Heart, durability, skill, all of that shit falls under skill.
Yeah, exactly.
Like ability to recover, all of that shit falls under skills. Like Earl's relentlessness, Bud's dog, all of that shit falls under the skill set.
Yeah.
Then so that would be weighted the highest.
Mm-hmm.
Then you looking at for me, I wouldn't just say resume, I would say level of opposition that you beat. If somebody like Sean Porter got a great resume.
Isn't that a part of the resume?
Huh?
Isn't okay? Yeah, you know what? That can be one of them. We can go with resume, and then we could go with level of competition.
I would just say level of competition because look at. We're
Sean trying to
Porter.
Get 4, damn it. So that's
I got you.
Okay, go ahead.
He got a hellified resume, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he hasn't beat the best guys on his resume.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like Canelo. Canelo got a hellified resume, but he lost to Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you look, he beat Triple G, he beat Cotto.
Mm-hmm.
So it's his resume, but it's also who did you beat?
Right.
So I would say skill, level of competition that you beat, accomplishments.
But isn't that under level of competition that you beat?
No, because your accomplishments is you a 3-weight world champion.
Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. We good. Go ahead.
Right. Accomplishments, and then last is you doing 4 or 5?
4.
So then last is
intangibles.
Yeah. Well, intangibles wouldn't that be
under skill?
Considered under skills, yeah. So I would say at that point,
you said earlier that if a guy, like a guy's heart, like Evander Holyfield, if you was to say,
we put all of that under skill, we did.
Right. It's all included.
Evander Holyfield's heart had nothing to do with his skill set.
It does. That's what made him who he was. Mm-hmm. All of it is a part. When you look at how Earl buckles down and fights, that's a part of his skill set.
Yeah, what's the fourth one though? That's what I'm saying. Or we gonna just go with them 3?
And then I would say at that point, it would be down to personal preference.
Okay.
So like say we get Spence versus BETERBIEV. Right. Let's say we get to Spence and BETERBIEV and we like, okay, they both 3-belt unified champions. They both got great level of opposition. And both of their skill set says that, you know, they should be pound for pound. Then I guess at that point we could say if we had to match a Spence that's the same size as BETERBIEV, who do we put over top of? And I don't know if I can say.
Right now, look. I'm just being realistic. Right now, I would have to say BETERBIEV because once again, 18 fights, 18 knockouts.
Yeah, look, no, he looked damn impressive his last fight. I would say, I would argue that normally.
Right now, nobody.
Normally, I would argue that, but he showed a different wrinkle in his game last fight, and he stopped that too.
Hey,
2 rounds.
Yeah, he.
I got it.
Okay, you got what?
So that'll be the last how we determine. Fourth will be. I guess is that going to be considered? I guess we can consider that in accomplishments if they went how many weight class they jump.
That's accomplishment. Yeah,
that's accomplishment.
So in a sense, we could separate that and have. Because that's also kind of the definition of pound for pound. You going up and beating, you know what I'm saying, bigger motherfuckers versus somebody who like a Hagler who just stayed, or Triple G who just stayed in one weight class the whole time. Does that weigh more than somebody who just stayed in a weight class the whole time? So let's say Usyk. Usyk went from cruiserweight to heavyweight, right? But Crawford went from 35 to 47, which is 3 division. The only reason why I still is because he's unified at heavyweight.
Yeah.
And he's unified.
And Crawford ain't, And Crawford.
You see what I'm saying?
What did Crawford do at 135? I keep asking y'all that.
He won a WBO belt.
He won a WBO belt, and then he unified it. He unified it at 140.
Undisputed at 40, and now he got a WBO at 47.
At 47. So Usyk,
he
was undisputed. Usyk was undisputed at cruiserweight, and now he's unified at heavyweight.
2 times unified.
Yeah.
Because he got 3 belts.
1 fight.
Yeah.
1 fight.
Yeah, but so watch this. If Bud beat Earl, he'll get 3 belts in 1 fight.
Exactly. Doesn't make a difference. Devin Haney got all the belts in 1 fight. 1 fight.
So we got
Devin Haney is the man for what he did.
So we got it now. Skill set, level of opposition that you beat.
Yes.
Accomplishments, number of weight classes, and then personal.
You know what? We could just leave it personal because let me tell you something. Look, when we talk about skill set, we talking about matching them up if they were the same weight class.
Yep.
And who we would think would be the best.
But the reason why I get to personal is because it's going to be instances where you get to somebody like Earl and
BETERBIEV. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And
if we have to put that in it, that could be the tiebreaker. Like you said,
we both win in one division.
Yeah.
They both got the same amount of belts. That'll just be
I see what you're
final,
saying.
tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So now we just got to figure out a point system. So I would say skills should be about 40%.
40%.
50.
Nah. It can't weigh that heavy because
you can't weigh that heavy, man. Yeah, you gotta have something else.
Where somebody's skill
bills. Skills pay the bills.
It can't weigh that heavy.
It can't weigh that. 40% is heavy. 40% is heavy.
You said 4 situations, right?
What I'm saying
we basing it off of 3 or 4.
Okay, this is what I'm saying, right? Watch. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Let's say skills is 50%. I mean 50%, right? You're gonna have Shakur at 50% with skills.
Mm-hmm.
Then let's say accomplishments, a level. My bad. What is it? Level of opposition that he beat.
Mm-hmm.
He got Oscar Valdez on his resume. He got
Jamel Herring.
Jamel Herring, the dude that what was the dude that everybody said he was born, just beat the shit out of Miguel Burchett. He got him on his resume. He's a unified champion at 130. Yeah, so that's let's say that's a 20%. Now he got 70% already. Huh?
That's accomplishment. Unified champion.
Right. Listen. If we put skill at 50%, with two things, he already at 70%. Then when you start saying how many weight divisions, he fucking 2 weight division. So is he gonna be in front of somebody like BETERBIEV just off of I don't think
no, we can't do that. No, we can't do that.
I would say that everybody's list is starting at 50 with skill because they on the list. But then when you say accomplishments, you give them
because we're ranking them, Alan.
Amount of points for every belt that they won, a certain amount of points for every weight class.
That's the reason why skills can't be that high, because everybody's going to get the skill thing because they're on the list.
Yeah.
So then you go to resume and accomplishments, and you give them a certain amount of points. Huh?
Did you not just hear what I said?
I heard what you said. So then you go to accomplishments and resume. If you done fought 2 champions, you get you get more points than the next guy because you done fought 2 to 3 champions. Earl Spence done fought 3 separate champions. Therefore, I'm giving him more points for.
So has Shakur Stevenson.
But okay,
and that alone will automatically put him above Spence because he's a 2 division champion.
But when you okay, so all right, so you can't give every guy 50 points on skill set. But if you put Earl Spence skill set against Shakur Stevenson skill set, who are you taking?
I'm taking Shakur's skill set over everybody, but 50%.
Okay, so he would be the only guy on your list that you would give the 50 to.
No, because we have to come up with a cumulative collective list between all of us. The 50% is just too high, bro.
You got to be 35.
You say his skill set is better than everybody's. I would say Earl Spence's skill set is better than everybody's. So that's how we base our points.
The points is skill set is worth a certain amount of points. Exactly. So that means just being on the list, you're going to have the skills.
But for me, it might be 45 because I might have 4 to 5 guys above him. As far as skill set,
skills are going to weigh the same amount. It's no for you skills weigh 30 and for you skills weigh 45. No, that's not what we're doing. Because it has to be a consensus across the board. If that's the case, we might as well not even have a criteria. If you're going to pick and choose, for you skills is 35, but for resume for you is 60, but for that's out. That don't even make sense.
No, it don't make sense. We have to go by a same set.
But with 3 different opinions, we're not going to agree on anybody.
That's the reason why we're coming up with the system.
Yeah,
so that it's not opinionated at that point.
Yep.
It's a fact at that point. Now you can't use your biasness to say, well, this, or this. That's the whole point of us coming up with a system.
You say it's none of it is factual. It's all opinion at the end of the day.
Is it a fact that Shakur got supreme skills?
No.
Tony, it's not a fact that Shakur got supreme skills.
I mean, if you
say not a fact everybody else,
but he does. Yes, he does.
He has skills to be on a pound for pound list.
He does.
That's
Absolutely.
a fact, right?
That's everybody on the list.
That's the point we're making. That's why it can't weigh that heavy.
You understand when you said 50% of it, Alan? No, it can't be that heavy. If we only going to 100, Allen, how can it be half?
Because skills pay the bills. At the end of the day,
the point is,
you know what? We've been on this for 2 hours and 19 minutes.
Everybody on the list is going to get these points for skills because they're in the top 10.
Yeah.
So the skills are a given. The extra shit is what's going to set it apart.
So what's the extra shit?
Is this motherfucker asleep or something?
Damn near.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
What's the extra shit?
Look.
Didn't I just say
I done heard skills, I done heard resume, and I done heard, what was the third thing?
No, Allen, look. We going with skills. We going with level of competition.
That you beat.
Then we going with accomplishments, right?
I said resume.
Yeah, well, I guess you could put that under resume, Allen. But we
it's
talking
not
about
resume.
But it's not. No, because Sean Porter has a resume.
Somebody can have an excellent resume.
Yeah.
Paulie Malignaggi got a hell of a resume. He ain't beat nobody. Paulie Malignaggi got Porter, Danny Garcia, Cotto,
Adrian Broner.
He got a hell of a resume. He ain't beat nobody though. Adrian Broner got a hell of a fucking resume. He ain't beat nobody. So it ain't just resume. It has to be the level of competition that you beat.
Yep.
Fucking Danny Garcia got a hell of a resume. Lucas Matisse, Khan, Porter, Earl, Guerrero, Brandon Reed got a hell of a resume. Thurman. But who did he beat? So it's not just resume. It's got to be who the fuck you beat.
Yeah. And then you talk about accomplishments, Allen, like, and that's not resume. That's, like how many, like people that become undisputed, that's an accomplishment. Weight classes.
Number of weight classes is
weight classes. Yeah.
And then
that's its own thing, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's the 4.
So let's say.
And then we going with the last one, like the intangible about,
Right.
Yeah.
So if skills is 40, then we would say level of competition would be what? 20?
If you're doing 4, then 20, 20, and 20.
Nah, because each one is less and less weight.
Mm-hmm.
Because skills is the highest. Then level of opposition. Then accomplishment.
20.
So we can say 40, 30, 20 and 10. Right?
Yep. That's it. Yep. 30. Yep. Exactly. That's what it is. Yep.
And then 5th would be if they have all 4, then it'd just be okay.
We just go argue it out. We just go because it's personal preference at that point. We just go argue it out.
Because at that point, you right either way. It really don't matter who you
exactly. Yeah, it don't matter who you with. Yeah.
But at least you got a collective agreement. Like, okay,
yep.
They all got the skill set. They both got the same resume level. Mm-hmm. They both got da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So if you say somebody like Devin Haney, he gonna have the skills, but the resume not gonna be there.
Yep.
He gonna have the accomplishments.
Yep.
But he not gonna have the weight classes.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then somebody like CHARLO gonna have the skills, the resume, the accomplishments, but he not gonna have the weight classes.
Yeah.
So it'll give you a point system that I think would be better than motherfuckers. Like, well, I think because everybody gonna do that. That's why we see these fucking lists where people still got fucking Triple G on the list.
That's true.
I saw Tyson Fury on the list, so I'm like, what the fuck? Man's retired, but it is what it is.
I feel like when I first learned about pound for pound, it was if these guys could beat the heavyweight champion. It wasn't if Ray Robinson and them met at 65, that's not what it was. Not when I found out about it. Now it's changed because now at first it didn't have shit to do with accolades or none of that shit either. It was strictly a skill thing. But of course, with time, people have added things, and you know what I'm saying, put their own spin on things. That's true. What about undisputed? I mean, undefeated.
Yeah, I mean that says a lot.
Yeah,
but then watch this. Well, you got a guy like CHARLO who's avenged both of his losses by knockout.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, well,
his loss. You got a guy that's undefeated with all knockouts.
Marvis Frazier beat Tim Witherspoon with skills in the amateurs. Mike Tyson KO'd him cold in round 1 in the pros. True.
Whoa, who was that?
Who said that?
Y'all see it?
Marvis Frazier beat Tim Witherspoon with skills in amateurs. Mike Tyson KO'd him cold round 1 in pro. Shit, as a pro, Tim Witherspoon would have beat the shit out of Marvis Frazier too.
I don't know where that triangle theory thing just came from. But okay, so they say skills is 40% too. I agree. 30, 30, 30. They all can't weigh the same though. You know what I'm saying?
No, they can't.
I thought we said 40, 30, 20, 10.
Yeah, we got ours.
Like Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis got dropped. He came back and beat the shit out of everybody that beat him.
Yep.
I wonder if we could do that for all-time pound for pound too, to be honest with you. Because then you gotta look at it, you're gonna say somebody like Manny Pacquiao gonna automatically get skills, resume, accomplishment, and what was the other one? Weight classes.
Did we say record? We said record. We said record.
I mean, we could dwindle it down a little more and add record if they got a loss.
I mean, because Holyfield would be on any list for me, but his record fucked that up. Because what is it, 10 losses that really shouldn't count?
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like people like Roy Jones, Holyfield, who fought longer than they should have fought. I mean, some of that shit I ain't counting. I don't give a fuck what you say. Like I'm not.
Me either.
Tyson getting knocked out by what's his name, Kevin McBride down at the. I'm not counting that. They got me fucked up. They better stop playing with Mike too. So yeah, so we going. I think this is something we're gonna have to sit down and talk about because I do like the idea of having
Batman's pound for pound.
Yeah, Batman's pound for pound because we actually have something to say. This is how we judged it.
Right.
We didn't just go on our opinion. Right. This is what we came up with. Now, if you of course it is all opinion. So some people say, well, I think that somebody has this or that somebody has, but no.
Yeah, but guess what we could do?
Yeah,
we could look at what they got.
Yeah, exactly.
Use our point system and see if they on there. They on there.
And they on there. They on there. You're right. But if not, then hey, we went by a point system. That takes the bias totally out of it because we all have favorite, fighters that we would lean more towards, so therefore, yeah, I think we get ready to revolutionize the game. Our pound for pound list is gonna be the best.
We just gonna have to sit down and break it down a little more because I do like that. Like I said, a motherfucker like Crawford being undefeated in 3 divisions should weigh heavier than CHARLO, who got a loss and a draw.
Right.
Even though he came back and avenged them, but I think, like I said, we just take a little more time with it. And sometimes to get shit right, it take time.
Mm-hmm.
But we done gave you motherfuckers 2 hours and 30 minutes of pure fire.
Yep.
And I know we've been gone, so we wanted to return with a vengeance, like they say, Batman Returns. So we're gonna be back on here a little more often.
We're gonna try to get on here at least once a week.
At least once a week, we're gonna try to pop on live.
Yeah.
Because we like interacting with y'all. We definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight.
Yeah.
And like I said, we thought y'all forgot
together. We want to see some of y'all listening ideas too.
No, Brandon, they thought we forgot about them.
Yeah. Thoughts on this weekend's fight: Bam Rodriguez versus Rong V-Side. Bam Rodriguez got thumped. That little motherfucker he can punch. And Story Wrong V-Side is the guy who beat Chocolatito twice. I don't know if y'all keep up with the middleweight classes, but Bam Rodriguez, that little motherfucker he can fight. He can fight. And that's the thing. Like, I think that's what kind of pissed me off with the whole Inoue, because it's like they be hyping Inoue up, and yeah, he good, but why the fuck Stevie Fulton don't get that type of hype?
ESPN, man.
Fucking Bud didn't get that type of hype.
Huh?
Bud didn't get that type of hype.
No, he didn't.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's a whole nother subject.
We've been on here long enough, so
that's it. Yeah,
That's a whole nother subject.
At some point this week, I'm gonna write some shit down and see what y'all think about it. Because now I got a better idea of how, like I said, the undefeated. And that way we can break it down more. That way it'll be a little harder for motherfuckers to automatically get 60, 70, and 80.
True.
And I think it'll be better. So
all right.
Appreciate you fuckers.
Yep.
Who bringing us out?
Hey, Brandon. Don't come start this argument with me in the morning. We'll do it Saturday.
Hold on, so we meeting up Saturday or what we doing?
You said what?
We meeting up Saturday or what we doing?
I mean, we need to get some paper and put this point system into play and have this list ready for next week.
Yeah, we need to meet up though. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's meet up Saturday. Y'all can write some shit down. I can write some shit, and then we can put it all together when we get to Saturday. And then we can do some shows or something if we gotta record something.
All right,
guys.
We out.